ready, we ready, we ready for y'all. We ready, we ready, we What up, everybody? Welcome to Frozen Tundra Network. You know what day it is. Today, we are talking about Aaron Rodgers is back with the pack. Now, before we start conversing about this, guys, I just want to start out with this PSA right here, okay? Everybody that said that Aaron Rodgers and Davante Adams wouldn't be back, here's what I want to say.
He's back!
The bad man.
He's a bad man. So we got
still go to
Simon,
North.
We got John Doe, we got Isaac, and of course I'm your host, Nick Green. We ready this year, guys. We ready. Why don't we kick it off? Simon, tell me what you think.
I don't know what to think yet. I mean, I'm excited to have him back for sure. But honestly, I'm just waiting on the contract details before I give any sort of opinion. Obviously, there's a lot of news going out that he signed a 4-year, $200 million contract. And then, 5 minutes later, Pat McAfee tweets that Rodgers told him the details weren't set in stone. He hasn't signed anything yet. So I will reserve my opinion until then, and we'll see what happens. But it's looking like the first couple of years will probably be cap friendly to see if we can get more guys back on the contract. So we'll see what happens with that, and we'll keep you guys updated with that.
Yeah.
Hey, hold on 1 second. Brian Barstead, you're a piece of shit. Just letting you know.
You sound mad, Barstead.
No, he's a Packers fan. He's one of my friends.
Oh, yeah.
Why don't we kick it to John Dorn with everything that happened today? What is it that you're seeing around the internet?
Well, everybody's all bung-ho about his $200 million, and dude, we gotta wait and see what the fucking contract actually is. You know what I mean? There's so much way to how you can move that around where it's cap friendly and shit. People are getting fucking butthurt over that shit.
Yeah. Why don't you tell us what's going on with that $200 million, Isaac?
Oh, yeah. Everybody's posting this and thinking it's true and everything, but like Rodgers said, put it up your tailpipe and smoke it. I mean, that's not what I did. You know what I mean? I'm back with the Packers, but I've not touched the contract yet. The details are being hashed out. So, all you Adam Schefter armchair guys are just pulling the trigger for no reason.
It does look like, in other news, we franchise tagged Davante Adams. I saw that we're going to have to probably pay a pretty good amount of money, which, fine, it is what it is. But I did also see that the plan is to extend Adams after this to a bigger contract.
Yeah.
Now,
they got to April 15th.
So here's the funny part about all this. Everyone keeps saying, well, you're paying Rodgers $200 million. How are you going to be able to do that? Just so everybody knows, the projected contract that we're looking at with Rodgers. There's no details cemented yet, but it's supposed to alleviate the cap for this year and next year. It's a back-ended deal, what we're possibly looking at. So that actually gives us time to sign everybody back these next 2 years, and then we'll have to worry about the cap afterwards.
Just a small correction to what John said. It's July 15th.
Is it
We
July
have
15th?
to make a deal with Adams.
Did I say June or something like that?
You said April.
Oh, April. Yeah.
No worries.
So, yeah, look, we're going to lose Zadarius Smith, and I got to be honest, we were just talking about this. It's okay, Packers fans, if we lose Zadarius Smith. Why? We drafted this guy who I actually was not a fan of when we drafted him, but he is now he is very quickly becoming one of my favorite players on the whole team. His name is Rashawn Gary. What are we going to do without Zadarius? We got Rashawn Gary. We could bring back Preston Smith. Maybe we can get Merciless for a small-time deal. Who knows? Garvin looked pretty good at times. We have options. I really think Campbell, I think we'll figure something out with Campbell. If not,
I hope so.
We'll see what we're going to do. I mean, I like Barnes a lot, you know. And then, man, do I really want us to bring back Rasul Douglas? But why don't you guys tell us what you think is going to happen with these casualties and the people that we are bringing back?
Well, with Steve Smith leaving, I mean, tell you the truth, we ain't missing much. I mean, look at our run game. Our run game was a lot better. I mean, our defense run stop was a lot better with him not being on the field. He's good at getting to the quarterback, but he sucks at stopping the run, and he sucks at setting the edge. I'm sorry to say that, but he is.
Yeah, so let's be clear. If you look at the stats, I love watching Zadarius Smith bull rush. He makes our sack numbers go up, but our rushing defense has been dramatically better when he's not in the game. So if you look at it overall, because we actually had a decent amount of sacks, it's not like we were horrible in that department without him. Overall, our defense looked better without him. It just did, right?
Yeah.
Correction, taxes are due April 18th, not the 15th.
Yeah.
We got an extension this year, right? 3-day extension.
My taxes are done already. So.
Hey, Steve, why don't you elaborate on that?
Yeah, I don't think that we claim that we actually knew 100% what Rodgers' contract is right now. We're just speculating at this point. We're going through what we think may happen. I'm not sure that we actually cemented any of our answers at this point.
Hey, Koosh Michael, did you just slam your keyboard doing that? Like just took your fist and just Donkey Kong smashed it? Or
yeah, so please respond, Dooch Michael. I'd love to hear it. Yeah, we don't know if Douglas is gone, actually, Robert. So far, I haven't seen that he's signed anywhere else, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I haven't seen him.
It's still possible.
I hope he stays. That'd be nice.
Yeah, look, I get the thought process. I'm pretty sure Green Bay's thinking we're getting Jair back, so we'll have Jair and Stokes. But I want Rasul Douglas with them, and no more King. No more Black. No more guys like your favorite, Isaac. What's his name? Josh Jackson.
Oh, man. Oh, God. Why'd you got to bring that guy up?
I actually think our biggest issue right now is our offensive line at this point. What are we going to do with our offensive line? We have to hit in the draft. We have to.
Yeah. We got to get a right tackle for sure. We need a right tackle.
I don't think we're that bad on offensive line.
Well,
can I hold on 1 second? So here's my vision. So we lose Patrick, which I think is fine. I think if we lose Turner, that's also fine. If they try to convert, which I think has been the plan all along, if we try to convert Jenkins over to right tackle, we have a pretty solid tackle group, not a lot of depth. I mean, we have Josh Nyman, and then maybe we pick up like we've done this like the last 3 years. We'll pick up a low-end offensive tackle free agent, kick him over to the right as like a depth piece, like Dennis Kelly or who's the other guy we did over the last few years?
Let's call it.
I can't remember his name. I forget his name.
We had Nyman in there.
We had Nyman. We had Patrick, Runyon.
Runyon.
Newman.
But our interior O-line is pretty good. Myers looked good last year, absent being hurt, and then we have Runyon, who I think looks good. And
We
then,
don't even know if Jenkins is going to play. Like,
Well, Jenkins,
I mean,
they're saying mid-season he'll be back. Mid-season
he'll be back later in the year, or who knows?
Yeah.
I mean, ACLs are tricky. Like some players come back super quick and look fine, and then you got players like Bakhtiari who have certain setbacks and stuff.
Yeah.
So let me elaborate. I think that's our biggest issue because every year we lose so many offensive linemen to like they all get hurt, it seems like. And then the people that are supposed to replace them, for example, what was the big boy's name that we decided to play instead of Nyman for whatever reason in that playoff game?
We kicked Turner over to the left and played Kelly on the right.
Mm-hmm.
It was Dennis Kelly, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Dennis Kelly, yeah.
So guys like that, man.
But no. But it's not. It's just that Turner's not a left tackle. We should have kept him at right and started Nyman. And there's never been an explanation on why we did
Nyman
that
didn't play.
Yeah, no explanation.
That to me, that's what's called a coaching mistake.
Yeah.
Well,
I think it was just overthinking it.
That's why I wouldn't.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say I wouldn't be mad if we go first round pick and we go with O-line. I wouldn't be mad at it. Yeah. Anytime you pick O-line, you're good. I want
to go O-line or a pass rusher.
No, in my opinion, it's got to be receiver, inside linebacker if we're going to lose Campbell, or offensive lineman. It's got to be one of those three.
They said around our pick, Devontae White might be available, and if he is, then we get him. That'll be help right next to Kenny Clark.
Well,
so what are you going to do with Durham though? Are you going to trade him for a kicker or what?
I would love if London dropped. If London dropped, I would.
I don't think London's dropping to us.
I know he's definitely not going to. Like, come on.
I don't think so.
He's projected.
If he did, I'm just saying I would lose my shit.
Yeah, he's projected to go to the Eagles at 13.
Yeah. Go ahead. I was just gonna say, since we're talking about receivers, who are we bringing back at receivers now that Adams is cemented with us?
Lazard, I'm thinking, and MVS is probably gone.
I think
the same.
Yeah, I think Lazard is the RFA.
Mm-hmm.
MVS is made of glass.
What about Cobb?
Cobb, I think
he's gone.
Restructure, I think.
Well, let's kick it to something fresh real quick, and then we'll go back to the Packers. There was another quarterback that, what's funny? There was big news about another quarterback today, but it ended up not being that big of news because Rodgers came back. So Russell Wilson got traded to the Denver Broncos, which if you're a Denver Broncos fan, you're going, great, at least we got someone, but it looks like they missed on the big fish with that one.
Yeah. You went from Aaron Rodgers to Russell Wilson. It's like, getting that, nuts and milk to making that generic brand milk.
I know a few Broncos fans, and they were like, "We're getting Rodgers. You guys are taking too long, which means he's thinking of not coming back." And man, it's just gonna be funny when I watch football with them, and they're like, "Well, we got Russell Wilson." I'm like, "Yeah, but you don't really mean that, do you?"
So I remember after the season ended, and Rodgers was like, "I'm not gonna take my time," and he kind of gave a timetable. Or most people assumed it was going to be the 8th. I was like, watch, he's going to drag this shit all the way out until the 8th.
Yeah.
Well, what happened? I knew it. I knew it. Everyone knew he was going to drag this out a little bit.
Well, Dorn didn't think he would make a decision today.
No,
really?
No, I thought he was going to drag it out.
he was like, he's not making a decision on Tuesday. No. Stop worrying.
I think I even made a post of it too, I think, even.
Yeah. And then in NFC North news, Allen Robinson is going to be a free agent. What do you guys think about that?
I think he's going to command too much money for what the Packers.
Yeah.
I like Allen Robinson's talent, but
I'd like to
I
get
don't
him.
think we're
That'd
gonna
be
be able to
great,
afford him
but
for
I don't
what
think
we
we can
want.
afford him.
Him and Tay are good friends, but yeah, the money just doesn't make sense.
I don't think they're that good of friends.
I think that Cal would definitely be gone, and
They may be friends, but not that good. This one was a little interesting, Juju. But see, again, we're gonna have enough money to re-sign most of our team back, and that was the goal, to bring back Aaron Rodgers, Devontae Adams, and most of the team back. I don't see any wiggle room for guys like Juju and Allen Robinson. I just don't see it.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
I think we should trade for. He's not going to cost that much. Cole Beasley,
See,
That way-
and Cole Beasley could make the same amount of money that, say, Randall Cobb was, right? I think
Yeah,
that'd be
yeah.
a good pickup.
yeah,
that's a good swap
exactly.
right there.
And then we can run like little underneath routes with Cole Beasley and Kylan Hill on third down. That'll solve our third down problems.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I feel bad for Russell Wilson in a sense where he got overshadowed today. Today was probably like a big moment for him, and nobody cared because all you saw was Aaron Rodgers is back, and he's like, "Come on, guys, I got traded to the Broncos." It's like, that's nice.
I have a name for you. What about Russell Gage?
Mm.
I think he'd be a good second tier wide receiver free agent that maybe we could get, and he's not bad.
He's not bad, yeah. Like
So-
if your fantasy team needed help, Russell Gage is always the go-to guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I think you're definitely thinking the right way, because this whole Packers fans got to stop thinking Amari Cooper, Allen Robinson. You got to stop thinking like that. It's just it's not a viable option at this point. Like, first of all, what can we even give up to make that happen? Like, you're going to trade Jordan Love for one of these stud wide receivers? I know there's guys in free agency, but when you get someone straight from free agency instead of drafting, or I'm sorry, trading for them, it's not the same. You take an immediate cap hit that your team just can't sustain. It's not the same.
Yeah, not this year.
We just got to see how much they can free up in the next week here.
I honestly want the Packers to go after Hayden Hurst, see how much he's commanding.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think that's a decent option that I don't think would break the bank.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
see,
seen a
look, guys like
comment. I seen a
Williams.
comment saying, "You think Broncos would have gave us the same deal
Yeah,
for
can you go back
Rodgers?"
to that one?
So, do you guys think that the Broncos actually won that deal, or do you think the Seahawks did?
I think the Seahawks won the deal.
I think so too.
Yeah, Seahawks got a bunch of back.
So I hold on. Before we were talking earlier, and you were like, they're going to get a mid to late 20s pick off of that. Maybe not, because that's a tough division to come out of. You got a Derek Carr he's a good quarter. He's okay. He's not bad. You got Patrick Mahomes and Justin Herbert. That's going to be a tough division to come out of no matter who you got on your team. I think the Denver Broncos have a decent roster, but I don't know. Russell Wilson, and maybe this is slightly the Seahawks' fault and stuff, he doesn't look the same as he did his first 6 years or so.
Yeah.
So here's why I think the Broncos probably won this trade. You're immediately a contender, which is what you wanted. They had a pretty good team. They almost made the playoffs, I believe, until the end when they fell apart without a good quarterback. The Raiders made the playoffs. I think that the Broncos are better than the Raiders at this point. Now, like you just said that I was mentioning earlier, if the Broncos are making the playoffs, then that means that you're getting really low first-round draft picks. And I get it. You get 2 first-round draft picks for 2 years and 2 second-round draft picks for 2 years. But what do you realistically think that you're getting with those low first-round draft picks?
Yeah, just like the Lions, they're picking 32nd. They got a first-round pick, but was it 32nd?
Yeah.
That's
I like
pretty
the
much
Steve guy. Him and I are friends.
This guy.
Yeah.
You know what the cap is?
But who actually knows, right?
Mhm.
I mean, right now, I don't know. It's tough. I think both teams did the right thing for what their aim was as far as where their franchises were headed. Like Seattle, just for the past couple of years, has looked like they just need a rebuild. So you load up on draft picks, and you play that way. And then I feel like it's no secret that Denver's been in the running for since Peyton left franchise QB, and they haven't been able to find one. So now with the trade for Russ, you get one. And they have some talent on that
How
team.
about we trade for DK Metcalf?
Hey, go back one.
This one?
Yeah, Gallup is a free agent, but I'm pretty sure there was talks about the Cowboys bringing him back.
Yeah,
Well, they're gonna have
Dallas said they're going to probably use the money that they freed up with Amari Cooper to, put it into Gallup.
Which is so strange to me because he tore his ACL at the very end of the last year too.
Yeah. It's a tricky situation.
Yeah. So we'll see what that contract looks like.
Yeah. From what I looked at, Isaac actually mentioned this, and I looked it up. There were articles being written that there's whispers and rumors and all that shit that they're holding on to Love until draft night when they think they could make a good trade, maybe do something in the draft. Now, we talked about it earlier. Simon brought up a good point where he said, I'd like to actually keep Love for a year as a backup and then try to trade him the next year, which I actually, when you said that, I agree with that because it's not like his trade stock is just going to magically plummet or rise. Like he's going to sit down for another year. And if a team needs a quarterback, then he'll still probably have the same draft value, trade value, right?
And who knows, maybe in fucking preseason he balls out,
Yeah.
And the draft thing goes up,
That's another option. What if he balls out in the preseason and then all of a sudden teams are calling us during the season like, hey, you going to trade that guy?
Yeah.
People in the comments keep saying that $200 million. That's not true.
I don't.
True.
No,
it's not 4 years, $200 million. I don't know if you guys saw what Pat McAfee said, AJ Hawk said, and Aaron Rodgers himself said. There isn't any.
We gotta wait and see
There's
we gotta
no
wait until
deal.
he signs it. Yeah, we gotta wait till he signs it and figure it out, and then go see from there what everything's all about.
hey, go have a good night, man. Yeah, I mean, I'm telling you guys, like, when it comes to Rodgers stuff, and I mean this as like just a general fan, like you got to hold out. There's so much. There's a whirlwind of stuff coming out, and not everything's a reliable piece of information. So, my advice is just, chill until it comes out of Rodgers' mouth, or, chill until it comes out of his mouth.
Yeah.
Or the team's mouth.
I 100% disagree with this. That doesn't make any sense. His stock is already really low. There's the games that you can present to a team to trade him are already really bad. So I don't know what you're talking about at that point.
And they're saying we'll be lucky to get a third for him right now. We'll be lucky.
I think that'd be extremely generous at this point.
Exactly.
Yeah. I think you're looking at like 5th or 6th round at this point for a trade, to be honest.
At this point, you're better off risking him not playing better or like not getting any better than you are trading him for what he's worth right now.
Yeah.
In my opinion. And I think Green Bay kind of feels the same way because Gutekunst already came out and said they're not looking to shop him.
Yeah.
And
I
would love Bobby Wagner, but he's going to cost so much. So I don't think Packers will look his way.
That's that'd be a tough sign.
Just like Von Miller too. Yeah. You know what I mean? We're not getting him either.
Goo also said that no one was calling for Rodgers, and you know that's bullshit.
Yeah, that was bullshit.
What did you say, John?
I said I want Campbell back.
Yeah, I want Campbell back too.
Yeah.
But when you make first team all pro and you kicked ass, you're going to ask for money. It's just natural, right? But yeah, I don't believe anything Goot says when it comes to stuff like that. I think Goot's really good at hiding his cards. So, of course, he says no one's calling for Rodgers. And he kind of said it like sarcastically in a type of way. Like, come on, man. We all know that there was a bunch of teams calling about Rodgers. What are you going to do about it? Yeah. When he says that they're not shopping Jordan Love, I really think that's to do damage control because everyone knows what's going to happen if Rodgers signs a 4-year deal. We all know what's going to happen. So,
and also I think that he's got to walk eggshells around Rodgers, Gutekunst. I'm talking about Gutekunst because they did have a little disagreement or whatever it was, a little friction between the both of them. So like he doesn't want to say something that's going to irritate Rodgers, and then something else happens that he doesn't want happening.
Yeah, I kind of wonder how BS their relationship is. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Just on like that note that you just said.
right.
I find this comment right here to be highly uneducated. It's got to be from an NFC North rival fan where, oh, I'm so glad you kept so you can kick the shit out of your team again. Like you guys are fucking pathetic with this shit. Like this. Look, not this. That's a good comment.
Talking about the next one.
Yeah.
Mm.
Just a joke. First of
I
all,
mean, this dude's a troll, anyways. Like I've seen him post around. He doesn't know anything.
He's a
I got
Bear
some
fan.
memes of him.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. Call your mommy. Ask her to look at what's going on in the NFL so she can hold your hand through it because you obviously don't understand what the fuck is going on.
How are Bear fans even talking?
Yeah, they got a bunch of Jordan fucking or Justin Fields, man.
Rodgers came out and said he owned you, and you did nothing about it.
So what do you mean every pass he throw, bro? He's not going to play this year. So what are you talking about?
So okay. Here's a question for you guys. Let's say we were shopping Love. What's the lowest you'd take and feel good about it?
Seventh round pick.
No. I'm sorry. What's the high? Like you'd take a 7th round pick and not feel bad?
Tell you the truth, I want to take nothing less than a third, and I'd keep him for his backup. I mean, he knows the system, he knows everything else.
See, Simon, here's why I thought what you said made a lot of sense after you said it, because I don't think he's worth anything more than at most a 5th round pick. And I think that would be generous. So if we got a 7th rounder, I'd go, okay, I expected
But
that.
you as a fan, how do I word this? Like,
I would not be happy per se.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what would you be
expected.
happy with if another team came offering for Love that you'd feel okay even though we picked him in the 1st round?
No, that would suck.
You see what I'm asking?
Yeah, that would suck. That would be awful.
But I'm asking you personally, like, what would make you happy?
If you're talking about right now, right here, right now.
Yes, the lowest pick you'd take and be like, okay, that wasn't that. The outcome of this wasn't that bad.
5th round pick, I'd be like, all right, I think that's good. I think that's good for
I
right
now.
If we got that 3rd round, I'd be ecstatic. I'd be like, we just swindled someone.
Damn.
I'd rather keep him. Otherwise, I mean, we need a
But
backup.
I'm asking a hypothetical.
Yeah, but we need a fucking backup anyways. He knows the system. He's been in the system for 3 years. Might as well keep him. I mean,
what about you, Isaac? What's the lowest you take and be happy?
I'd say, if it goes closer to like the end of the 6th, that's when I'll be like, it's a little steep, but I can live with it. You know what I mean?
You guys are wilding right now. Like anything lower than a 3rd, I'd be upset. And I'm not saying that for his value. I'm saying that for where they picked Love and where the franchise is right now.
I mean,
Why would you give up your 1st pick from 2 years ago for anything less than like a 2nd or a 3rd?
Well, I got to say a couple things on that. Is number one, Gutekunst admitted that it was a bad pick by him, and then like it was a mistake pick, and then I don't know how that was maybe that was influence on getting Rodgers back. You mean, or kind of like healing kind of the wounds that are out there. The second, I think, would be that I'm thinking is that Benkert looks pretty nice.
I don't know. I think trade him for a fucking kicker. What do you think?
Hey, you guys are wild. Hey, these comments.
Step out for a second.
Keep
like
this stuff rolling in. I like this stuff. Hey, Pop, real talk. Give me some. I want some logic on this comment. Like, I don't. What do you mean by why would you do this?
I don't even know what that means.
I don't know either.
Rodgers is back. You know what, though? Start Jordan Love, and the first interception you just bench.
Wow, dude. Hey, these comments are gold, man.
This one's funny because if he plays the way he has, how does he drop? If he is where he's at right now and then he plays the same, how does he drop? It's you can't tell who he's going to be even after this preseason. The only thing that can happen at this point, because I think his stock is so low right now, is it could go up potentially. You could still get a 5th, 6th round pick for him after the preseason next year.
That's my point. I'd rather gamble on him getting better in next season, trading him for higher than what he's worth now. So that's my point, Mike.
This is just dumb logic, in my opinion.
We hope he's a solid backup. I mean, the system. That's what I'm saying.
I'm wondering, do people know that in preseason your playbook is vanilla and you're doing basic plays, that you're not showing your cards?
That's true too.
Mm-hmm.
No, if he plays the same, it means his stock drops because he played the same where his stock was at.
And my point is, like, the year following, if we still don't find a trade suitor, people are just going to wait out his contract because they know we're not going to keep him.
Yeah. So this would be awesome too if we were just blowing out teams and Jordan Love comes in, throws a touchdown or two. That would help. I agree.
Yeah, I'd be more than happy with that.
I have a Jordan Love jersey as well. I want Rodgers to start. I don't care about the jersey.
No, we need Favre back.
True. Yeah. He'd leave us to 4 Super Bowls already.
Right.
Yeah, Mark's jersey too, and they fucking released him last year, and I got a fucking jersey too. It's like, God damn it.
For who?
Martin.
Oh, that sucks.
Let's get this out the way, guys. Favre would never throw an interception in the postseason.
No.
Never.
He was too reliable.
Yeah.
There was this picture where Rodgers threw the ball in double coverage at the end of that Niners game to Devontae Adams. And that sucked. I think that just was a horrible pass. But people were saying Rodgers doesn't take enough risks. He's scared to throw the ball. And I'm like, so you showed a picture where he threw the ball in double coverage and you're saying he doesn't take risks in the playoffs. What logic do you guys come up with in your heads? You just wake up one day and just go, I'm just going to say the opposite of what makes sense today.
Yeah, you saw some of those Favre risks pay off against the Saints, didn't you?
That's actually not bad. What Brian just said, that's not bad. I think one of the things that people, and I don't agree with this knock, is that we didn't go. There's other ways to go all in for a team. And I feel like packaging together picks for a higher draft pick isn't something that we've really done. Like, at least not to an extreme sense.
I feel it's a risk that Goodykins would take other than Ted Thompson. You know what I mean?
Okay, I don't.
What game did Love keep us in? What are you talking about?
He's talking about the KC. He has to be talking about the KC game. But the defense kept us in that game more than Love did.
Yeah. I'm like, did Love keep us in that game, or was it the defense? Because I saw Love score 7 points that game.
Dude, they jailbreaked Love the whole game. What did he do?
Yeah, he's talking about the KC. So Love kept us in that game by scoring 7 measly points. Forget about how the defense held Mahomes in that crazy offense to 13 points. That had nothing to do with it.
Yeah, but Nick Crosby missed 2 field goals in that game.
Yeah.
Yes, but even so, you can't put the ball in the kicker's fucking on the kicker's foot, right? You got to score the ball. So let's look at this. Let's look at it this way. If you're showing tape on the Kansas City game and that's supposed to be what holds his trade stock, and you're saying it can't get any higher than that because of that, I just find you wildly illogical. 17 points on the line.
Yeah, I can't get on board with that.
Oh, by the way, I watched the press conference after that game too, and he said that LaFleur was kind of kicking himself that he didn't game plan on throwing like some, getting some game plans about underneath routes for Love, because he was just getting blitzed constantly. And, if he had a little receiver that he could have dumped it off to, he would have probably got like 15, 20 yards on some plays. But, yeah, he was just kicking himself that he didn't have a solid game plan on that all-out blitz he was dealing with.
Bro,
He also didn't have a ton of touchdowns either. So
he threw the biggest turnover of the game at the end. Like, I look. Let's look at the touchdowns that he did throw. One of them was the Kylan Hill, who broke out for what, like 25, 30 yards. That was I don't believe it was a screen pass per se. I think it was more of like a check down, right? And he just took off.
Yeah.
And then the Lions game, he threw it to DeGuara, and
On a screen
DeGuara took
pass.
off for
that was a tight end screen.
Yeah.
And it was what,
Yeah.
50 yards of the
60.
tight end running. Yeah, running to so let's look at his touchdowns for in those games. He threw the ball about 2 yards.
No, it wasn't Kylan Hill. He had one to
It was Kylan Hill in the
Lazard.
Kansas City game.
He had one to
Lazard,
Lazard.
yeah,
That was
Lazard
Lazard.
too.
He threw a decent touchdown to Lazard.
Okay, my
And
bad.
then Lazard made a good move, making the corner miss, and then he strolled in for a touchdown.
You're right. You're right. On that left side to Lazard. I remember that now. You're right. And then he tried it
The
again.
Kylan Hill touchdown was in preseason. Sorry.
Kylan Hill was the preseason touchdown.
He threw a Kylan Hill screen, went for like 20 yards and a touchdown.
Even with that Lazard touchdown, and then he tried it again and it got picked off after that. Even with that touchdown, what has he done that's significant? If he balls out in the preseason, he's definitely going to be looked at as developed or developing, at least getting better. Like, there's so many ways that his draft stock can, or I keep saying draft stock, his trade stock can go up.
And so what people want to see in the preseason isn't necessarily that they play really, really well. They want to see that you're continuing to develop. Yes.
Consistent.
Yeah. Consistency and development.
Yeah.
What I saw was Love looked really good at times, and then he consistently fell apart when the pressure was on.
Yeah. And
Pocket awareness. He was really good at pocket awareness. He was pretty horrible at that.
This is just irrelevant. Like, this is just irrelevant. Dude,
No,
preseason
okay,
doesn't
hold on.
matter when it comes to,
Preseason-
like, how the team is going to play. Like,
win-loss doesn't matter. That's the part that doesn't matter.
and he says, make up your minds. We never said that the preseason matters in the grand scheme of win-loss column. We said when you have a backup quarterback that was just a rookie that you drafted and you're looking at trying to trade him, well, where are you going to see his value go up? It's going to be in those preseason games. How can you sit there and like make these comments like
I
this
think
is crazy?
I think he's talking about Isaac's comment about vanilla offenses and stuff, which is true.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, exactly. Oh wait, bye, Nick. Oh, he saw it. Yeah.
I do agree with what one of the comments I've seen. I think was by Brian Barstard, your friend. Barstead. Yeah, he said that LaFleur didn't implement the running game at all, which I do agree with that.
So, that's my big knock against LaFleur is if he gets down by a touchdown or two, he'll abandon the run game, and that's it, which is crazy considering. I think we have two really, really good running backs. So it's crazy. He said, sorry, Bryant Bastard. Sorry.
When did I say that he was a rookie? What the fuck is wrong with this guy? Bro.
I don't think anyone said he was a rookie.
I never said he was a rookie. I said a guy that was just a rookie that we drafted, 2 years ago? Like, this motherfucker,
So here's the other thing.
Take a nap.
So here's the other thing about Jordan Love. Yes, bastard. Sorry. So
I didn't. I literally never said that Love was a rookie this year. I literally never said that.
Did I say that?
The fuck, nobody did.
Oh, because I was about to make this point too. Is Jordan Love basically didn't have a rookie year. He missed out training camps, all that stuff because of COVID. No preseason. They just hopped right in the season.
Yeah.
And he was the number 3 quarterback behind Aaron Rodgers and Tim Boyle. So, I mean, I don't really count the year, but that's just me because he didn't really get any game action at all. And being the 3rd quarterback, you're not going to take any snaps at practice either. So I mean, more or less, he was a rookie to me, and I don't care
And
if
then
you argue with me about
last
that.
year,
or
he
not.
only played like one preseason game or 1.5, didn't he? Or something
Yeah,
like that? Or
he was hurt.
because
He
his
was
finger
hurt
or
one of them.
something.
No.
Yeah, his finger or something.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
I
Mike
mean, I don't think
Godfrey.
anyone actually called him a rookie, but
Yeah.
What I said was a guy that's our backup quarterback that was just a rookie who we drafted, meaning he's still young, he's still a new guy. He's considered someone that hasn't played. Like when you take all of that into account, then preseason is going to be his biggest games. That's just it's like this comment right here. This is exactly what we're talking about.
I was just going to ask you to flash that comment.
Hey, Mike Godfrey, I just want to let you know that when Love got drafted, Nick Green got his jersey. So I think Nick knows when,
He's a rookie,
Love got drafted and when he came out to play.
He
play
slept
for
with
the
that
Packers.
jersey and everything.
I still got it. I'll go put it on, but today's Aaron Rodgers Day, so
Right? This is Rodgers Day today. No, wait a minute. It's Russell Wilson's day.
Yeah.
People are
Still
saying,
bad.
"Oh, I saw a comment in there that said Russell Wilson's
And
news is
Devontae
bigger."
Adams
How?
pissed off day.
No, someone said they saw more about Russell Wilson, which I don't think.
I don't think so.
I didn't. I'm in a lot of groups that are NFL, all NFC, all everything. And all I saw was Aaron Rodgers all day. That was it.
Yeah, how could Russell Wilson be more of a focus when people have been talking about Aaron Rodgers constantly? You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I don't know if you guys turned on ESPN today, but all day, all I saw was Rodgers. That's all I saw.
I mean, that's
and
all
also
I've
I
seen
saw
in the
200
sports
million.
news like the last 3 weeks.
And I saw like 90 comments, 200 million, 200 million, 200 million. You know what I mean? Like,
Hold that
how's
comment.
that, you know?
So here's my thing is what can the front office really expect when you have Aaron Rodgers playing at an MVP level? You think they're just going to dump Rodgers for Love?
No.
Like that's like he might not be the guy. I don't know. But you're not going to dump an MVP quarterback for a guy that's really still young and developing. Like we know Jordan Love's not Aaron Rodgers, so
And Rodgers
you
still
can
has
get
3-4 years left yet.
yeah, and if you can get 3 more years of MVP play, why would you start someone else that you know that's not going to play up to that level? So you
I
can
don't
say
think
he's
it's
not
fair
the
to
guy,
say-
but I
I don't
think your
think it's fair to say he's
expectations
not
of a
the guy.
guy, yeah, it's just, and that's why I think they'll end up trading him if Rodgers gets a 3+ year contract.
Yeah. And this team, we had our failings in the postseason, but this team is still built to win it all.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah,
so
definitely.
why give up on a guy that's going to give you the best chance to take it all the way?
Yeah.
Back-to-back MVP, playing out of his mind.
And I was listening to I don't know if you guys listened to Peter Bukowski, and he was talking about so this team going into the draft doesn't have a real immediate need anywhere. I mean, that's pending obviously Campbell for the most part, because I think if he goes, I think inside linebacker is especially needed.
Yeah.
But we can go pretty much anywhere in the draft and get like a good depth piece or something, and I'll be pretty happy.
Yeah.
As long as we don't take like quarterback or running back.
We don't need running back. I think our fucking group is pretty good right here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But immediate need for this year, I think we have a really talented team.
I'd say we need a right tackle.
Yeah.
Inside linebacker. You're saying we got good depth at corners. We don't need that.
Let me ask you guys a question real quick. How are you going to feel when Green Bay and Aaron Rodgers is winning a bunch of games again, and then you see all those same people that were talking mad shit about Aaron Rodgers, those Packers fans, cheering and rooting him on? How are you going to feel about that?
I mean, I don't care. I've seen the ebb and flow from Packers fans for years, and I've just gotten used to it.
It seems to just get dumber as the year goes on. I'm like, when I was a kid, I remember being like, Green Bay fans are the best fans ever. They're like the smartest. And now that I'm older, I'm like, They're just like all the other fans. There's so
Mhm.
many stupid people in this world. Like you don't have common sense. You know what, guys? You know what we should do? You know what we should do real quick though? We should give ourselves the worst chance of winning this year and get rid of the best chance of winning. That's a loyal fan right there. That's what you should be worried about this year, right?
And we already addressed this comment.
Wait,
Godfrey,
go back one.
thinking Chiefs, our defense kept us in that game. Our defense, you got to get that right.
Yeah, I don't agree with your evaluation of what he's worth. I don't think there's a way we're getting a third or fourth round for him now. I really don't. I just don't think a team.
That'd be a desperate team.
Yeah, they'd have to be super desperate. And I think I was talking to someone about this earlier. But I think a team is going to be more willing to go out and get a mediocre bridge quarterback than test out Jordan Love.
Yep.
Right.
That's just my opinion. If you disagree, that's fine.
No, I agree. 100%.
I wasn't specifically talking to you, but I mean anyone. Or that dude.
If I was a desperate team, I would just. If I was a desperate team, I would go after like a guy like Mitch Trubisky or something like that.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like if I was really desperate, if my choices was Mitch Trubisky or Jordan Love, I'd honestly go with Mitch. You know what I mean?
You would have to.
Yeah, and he's a free agent, no? I think he's a free agent. So you're not going to have to trade away draft assets for that.
And see,
Or would you go Jordan Love?
Well,
Jameis
I'm glad you brought up Mitch Trubisky. This is a perfect example right here. Mitch Trubisky is the perfect example of what we're talking about. What realistically was his his trade stock when he was leaving the Bears? Not very high, right? Now that you saw him in these preseason games, he looks a lot more valuable to me than he did with the Bears, don't you think?
Agreed.
He got with a good coach. That's why they fucking trained him up, man.
I think people are. I saw these articles. I know you guys saw these same articles where they were saying expect Mitch Trubisky to get starter money somewhere.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
And Trubisky said he's not gonna fucking take less than 10, which he shouldn't.
I think he's perfectly capable of being a starting quarterback.
If you go start somewhere, you're making more than 10 anyways.
Yeah. That's what he said. I seen a thing on it. I said, I won't take nothing less than 10. Like, well,
Especially the quarterback market.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Agreed.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Nate, I don't know how to say this dude's name. Natashan. Sorry. Yeah, I agree.
Thanks, Natashan.
Patrick Queen sucks. I'll be honest with you. Go look at his tape. He's not good. He didn't pan out. But I did like Queen coming out.
Yeah, I wanted Queen
I wanted Jefferson. That was my pick.
I believe the Vikings got Jefferson before we could, though, right?
We did, yeah. I just wanted him.
I think we're trying to grab him, but the Vikings took him. That's when he fucking got low.
Yeah. Agreed, Brian.
I did see that where there was people that were saying it was strongly believed that if Jefferson was there, that's who we were actually going to take, not Jordan Love.
Yeah.
Man, imagine
exactly.
Jefferson and Devontae.
Oh, God.
Man.
I couldn't even imagine.
I also like T. Higgins a lot coming out too. Yeah, T. Higgins. I like T. Higgins coming out too. But we're not going to look into past drafts and what we should have done. That time has passed. See if I was paying 10. Oh, that's funny.
I like Trubisky. I actually think he's got traits, attributes that some quarterbacks don't that help his game. He's never going to be an amazing passer of the football, but I think overall he could fit somewhere and do pretty well.
His greatest was preseason when he threw like 3 touchdowns on the Bears before halftime.
Yeah. There was a game he threw 6 touchdowns. It was against
Tampa.
It was against Tampa. You're right.
Yeah, but one thing about that, Bears defense, got a lot of turnovers that game and put them in great field position. Every fucking, it was like 6 turnovers, 7 turnovers, something like that in that game.
Yeah. So I actually was going to say this. I actually think he would be a good fit in Pittsburgh. Great coach. You got a supporting cast? Like,
I think you do all right.
Yeah.
That or-
I think Pittsburgh's going to trade for Jimmy G though.
What about Colts?
Colts is
Colts could be
Colts is that
interesting.
team. They just need a quarterback,
Yeah.
and they're all set everywhere.
But that goes for me. That goes into the same thing as
Actually,
they have a good enough team. Why would they try Jordan Love?
Yeah, but Colts was looking at Jordan Love before we picked him.
Yeah,
He
Colts,
was available.
Yeah, Colts just needs that quarterback to take them over the edge. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
they have everything else.
We're trading for a first round pick and a kicker.
Deal.
Hell yeah.
Let me
I
say
like
why
Rodrigo Blankenship. That dude's a monster.
He's dope.
I hope
like him.
that he doesn't prove everybody wrong, because in my opinion, he's not going to do it for Green Bay. If Rodgers really takes 4 years, he won't be here. So, I mean, look, this is just the fan in me. If you're not playing for Green Bay, I hope you fail all the way.
So here's my thing too is back on the Love thing. It depends on how Rodgers' contract is structured out, because if 2 years down the road they have an out and they really like Jordan Love, then they could end up sticking it with him. Yeah. But I don't think that's how it's going to roll, but it's a possibility too.
I agree.
The Aussies in the house.
Congratulations, Green Bay fans.
Muchos gracias.
Tom?
Congratulations. I will say, and I think Izek knows this, he can back this up. I always thought Aaron Rodgers was coming back.
Yeah.
I said ever since the season ended, I said, I've seen this movie one too many times. Like until we hear he's retired or he's demanded to be traded, he's coming back. I never had a doubt. And I have to say, and a lot of people said it. I know Nick said it a couple of times. I think Simon, you mentioned it. But if he is looking for the best place to win, he's doing a LeBron, right? He's like going, I just want to go to the best place to win. That place is Green Bay. I mean, the division is Detroit is rebuilding, Chicago's rebuilding. Minnesota would be a 7-8 win team. Where has he got a division he can just walk in and take like this?
Also, on that note, just look at the NFC as a whole. Mm-hmm. Like the NFC, it's pretty much Green Bay with Rodgers and the Rams, and who else?
Yeah, Tampa no got quarterback yet.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, Hubie, Tom said it.
The
You're
team
right,
that he was supposed to go to, the Denver Broncos. Talk about like the worst division to go to if you want to try to win.
Right.
Like that's just an awful decision.
Yeah.
Real quick,
their worst team, the worst team in the AFC West. Their worst team, their cellar dweller, their Detroit Lions, is the Raiders.
Or the Chargers.
Or the Chargers. I mean,
that's a tough team.
Either or. I mean, they're both decent teams. They're both legit wild card contenders.
Yeah. I just want to real quick. I love the signing, Bisaccia, right? Bisaccia.
Special teams, yeah. Hell yeah.
I love that signing. He was an interim head coach for a reason. Clearly, he's got something that he's going to bring to Green Bay. The fact that we got our current special teams coach out of there, that's immediately we're better.
Yeah, he went to the Raiders too. We trying to swap fucking special teams coaches.
Jimmy G in Washington, I think that's a horrible idea, but more power to Jimmy G, in my opinion, just isn't good. He just isn't. He's not a good passer of the football, and he never will be.
But he's better than whatever Washington can get, right?
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Yeah. Because they don't really have hockey.
They can come get love if they want.
Who you guys, Hubie, who you guys think are getting for your second round pick or second pick?
I've got no idea. I think if Hutchinson's there, he's the pick. If he goes number one, I have no idea. Especially now that but if Hutchinson's gone, because the next 2 or 3 players are all offensive linemen, but that's the one position we don't need. I don't see us taking an offensive lineman. Right. So, where do you go?
I think the Lions are going to pick up that fucking Willis, man, that quarterback.
I like Willis, but not like 22 overall, not at 2 exactly. Mm-hmm. Exactly. The risk reward's just not there. Yeah, he could be good, but the risk is too high. So it could be. I don't know. I have no. Who do you guys think we would take? I have no idea. I think it's Hutchinson. After than that, I'm at a loss.
That or receiver. You guys
What about that? What about that safety? I forget his name.
Hamilton, but he ran a
Yeah.
4.6. Simon, are you really going to take a safety second overall that ran a 4.6?
What about that lineman that ran a 4.4 or something
Walker?
like that?
4.8.
Jordan Davis?
David, yeah.
But he's more like he doesn't give you much as a pass rush. I feel like 2 overall is a bit too rich for him. I've been studying it, and I think the Lions are in a really bad position. It's Hutchinson or bust.
You think they trade
Otherwise-
down? Maybe.
I think they would love to trade down, but who's going to trade up for what?
I don't know. Teams like random people sometimes. I mean, it's possible someone like Thibodeau or maybe even they just dismiss the combine numbers for that safety.
Here's a scenario. If you guys don't believe that Hutchinson is the absolute guy at the second pick, someone does. Someone out there definitely does.
Yeah.
Whether it's the Jets, whether it's maybe look, this would be a crapshoot, but maybe a team that actually was pretty good this year, but they couldn't quite make it into the playoffs, and they're looking for someone on the defensive end that could, rush. There's always options. It just depends on what the Detroit Lions realistically think that they should do.
I would love to trade down, and I'm willing to take a discount as well. But someone was telling me in a Lions group the other day, like the last time a team traded up into the top 5 to take a non-quarterback was over 20 years ago. It just never happens. If teams are trading up into the top 5, it's for a quarterback. Otherwise, that's it.
Did you say we don't need offensive linemen?
Yeah, that's the one thing where we're kind of set. No. Offensive line.
See,
so he doesn't know that he's a Lions fan.
Okay.
Huber
is a Lions fan, not a Packers fan.
Yeah,
so.
he's a Lions fan. So
you notice Godfrey how we were talking about the Lions.
I think. Look, we're not saying that we have to have an offensive lineman, but because of all the injuries that we sustained, and I personally think Turner is an option to be cut after Zadarius Smith. I think that's an option. I don't know. It just really depends on how it plays out. All I do know, though, is Newman was awful. Jenkins might not even play this year. There's so many variables. We might as well get another offensive lineman.
Weaken's position is the right tackle.
What's the book on Jenkins? I can tell you, there'll definitely be a very good, a very nice starting caliber, either offensive lineman or receiver. You can have one or the other when it comes to your turn to pick.
So I think
it'll be which way you want to go.
Well, this draft, they're deep in wide receivers and offensive line.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I think it'll be a mistake on passing up Hutchinson. I really do.
Oh, I agreed. It just comes down to what what Jacksonville does. If they don't take him, we're in trouble.
But
I think Green Bay's in a good
Detroit
position.
already has a great quarterback.
I wouldn't call him great quarterback, but
oh my god. Read the
second best quarterback in the division. We have the second best quarterback in the division.
Yeah, Tim Boyle.
That ain't saying much.
I know
it's not saying much.
Hey, they're not cutting.
Newman was a rookie. You can't cut him. He was a rookie. You got to give him some time.
So first thing,
Justin Fields is terrible.
They're not cutting Newman, and Kelly was on a 1-year deal, so he's a free agent anyways.
But you guys could realistically see Turner getting cut, can't you?
Yeah.
I could see it.
Yeah, I can see it.
I believe it saves us some cap space doing it as well.
Does.
So Jenkins might not be back for the entire year. It's that
we
bad.
don't know, man.
They say
it's
still early
week 6,
on
right?
Evaluation.
We all thought that Bakhtiari would be back by week 6 last year. So I'm not gonna speculate when Jenkins will be back because I was fooled last year with that. I don't know what's gonna happen.
And that goes back to my.
But you're saying you can't rely on
ACL heals differently.
Yeah.
So who knows?
Maybe you have to take a lineman.
Yeah, that comment right there, that Jags are taking the O-line and protect Lawrence. I can see that.
Well, they better take 5 because their offensive line is horrible.
What about back? Right. Is back any? Are there concerns about back coming back?
If Bakhtiari is not back by now, then get rid of him. Like, what's the point? Like, it's been how long? Like, he's got to be good.
He'll be ready to go.
You might be forced to take offensive line in the first round, but I'm telling you, there'll be a player you'll be able to pick in and start from day one.
Yeah, I like Nyman. I like Nyman a lot.
Yeah, I like Nyman too. I liked him going into the season.
When I watched him throw Nick Bosa to the floor a few times, like, yeah, this guy's got it. He's quick off the jump. He's got good footwork. He did. I still want to call up LaFleur and cuss at him about why he didn't play in that Niners game. I don't understand it.
Yeah, exactly.
He's strong.
Get rid of who?
They're talking about getting rid of Bakhtiari because we said if he don't come back at the start of the season, cut him.
Okay.
I mean,
if he's not going to play, then
it's
why do
tough.
we have him?
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough because I get it, but
all
report. Yeah, have a good night, man. All the reports coming out are that they did a little cleanup and he should be good.
Yeah.
I agree with this. I like Olave, but I don't know if he's going to be there for us.
Yeah, he won't be there.
Unless we trade it up, like Bryant said.
If Olave's there, I think you have to take him.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
I
think he's a clean prospect.
Yeah, I'm not saying like really straight up cut Bakhtiari. What I'm saying is, I'm clearly exaggerating. I'm being facetious. Like, if he's not going to play, then what the fuck are we doing, right? We got to figure something else out.
Trade him for a kicker. Fuck it.
Yeah, how many kickers are we having at the start of the season, John?
12, just like the Bears did.
All right, let's go.
We'll find one out of those fucking 12.
It'll be interesting to see how you approach the special teams issue. Will it just be the coaching change, or are you really going to try and move on and bring in a whole lot of new special teams players, like the bottom of the roster guys?
I think they got to get the starters more involved in special teams.
So,
I can see
run A-Rod out there on punt return.
Yeah.
I heard there's going to send Jordan Love out there.
I mean, you may as well get him doing something. Get him on the kill man.
Yeah, he's a block.
So going back to it though, you're right. Like I said this in the offseason, it's going to take more than a coaching change to fix this special teams. Like they're going to have to, I think at near the end of the draft or maybe dip into free agency, get those special teams, quote unquote specialists out there to actually help fix it, not just change the coach and hope for the best.
I just hope RODGERS is not out there. Fuck. Every time he fucks back,
I hope he never touches the ball on special teams ever again.
I was excited about Amari. That he was disappointing.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he was a really great pick.
Yeah, he got thrown into that role. You know what I mean?
Mike, I agree with you. I am. You guys can call me whatever you want. I'm one of those people that doesn't want to see Mason Crosby back. I don't.
That's why
I don't.
That's why I keep on saying trade for a kicker. Trade for a kicker because I think it's time for Mason to go.
Listen,
I just straight don't. While we're on special teams, there was a name that was thrown out the other day, and I thought this was very, very realistic and interesting. Jakeem Grant. I heard that Jakeem Grant was going to be available, and that is someone that we could definitely afford, pick up, and use just for kick and punt returns.
He's a great player. He's a dynamo. I really like him.
Yeah, when he gets on the outside on those punt returns, it's hard to catch the guy. What is he, 5'1"? Like
Slick also brought up a point. Slick is our good friend, Brian Pringle. You know, it would be nice for a special.
Oh, Byron Pringle, the guy from KC.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The one thing I'll say about Green Bay, I guess the silver lining to your special teams is that you don't need it to be great. The difference between the 10th, 11th ranked overall special teams and the 25th is very minimum. Like you don't need to be top 10. You just need to get to 20. If you can finish at 19 or 20th and not be having punts blocked and returned for 8-yard touchdowns in playoff games, then you'll be fine. So it's not like you need to jump all the way to the top. You just have to get better.
Yeah, I agree.
11 players on the field instead of 10 players on the field.
We signed some guy named Dominic Eberle from the Raiders.
Also, we have JJ. What's his name? JJ Molson or JK Molson or some shit.
Oh yeah,
on the practice squad too. So
it
looks like it's about coaching and it's about culture.
Going into the season, there's going to be a kickers competition for sure.
But Crosby wasn't your weak point. That wasn't why you had poor special teams.
I mean, no,
great, but he wasn't awful.
Crosby also didn't help.
Yeah, he wasn't a strong point. What did he miss? Like 4 4 field goals in a row against the Bengals, right? That was like the craziest thing I ever seen, and somehow
That
we
was
won.
one of the craziest games I've ever seen.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I like
no,
this analogy. Our special teams for the last 10 years has absolutely been the short bus of the NFL. Absolutely.
Yeah.
the worst was Crosby's worst performance was against the Lions when we missed like 4 field goals and like 3 extra points. It was like
He's
oh
had
my God,
actually
dude.
he's had a number of games where he's missed. He seems to have the worst luck against us.
Which is
We've had a
crazy
few
because
Crosby games.
when there's 2 seconds left in the playoffs, he's money. Like every time he nails it in the playoffs for us, just not I don't know. The last 3 years, I think Mike is onto something with the Crosby stuff. The last 3 years have been very rough for Crosby, so I don't know.
But Nick, let me tell you, from someone who has had some years looking for a kicker, it can be really tough. If you haven't got a kicker, it can be a really tough, annoying position to fill. You could be in a position where you're like, please bring Crosby back if you got rid of him.
Well,
it can be tricky getting a kicker.
Not for the Ravens, though, right? When they kicked that 800-yard field goal against you guys at the end.
Thank God. Otherwise, we'd have like the number 4 pick.
Oh, by the way, that was a good doink.
Yeah, that too. Our long snapper this year was not good.
No,
he got on that play where the punt got blocked. He got destroyed. If you go back and watch that,
you got to know about laces out.
And I believe, this is just my belief, that Basashi is not going to put middle linebackers out there to block when we're punting. I'm hoping that's what he brings to the table.
Do not put in Lancaster.
It'd be interesting to see, like in day 3, if you guys in the draft target real special teams aces, like players that people are like they don't have a hope in hell ever becoming a starter or even a decent backup, but they are special teams dynamos, like really targeting receivers and DBs that are more special teams gurus. That might be an interesting path for you guys to kind of try and quickly turn around that talent.
Yeah, that was kind of my point too, is bringing in these guys that only play special teams, and that's what they're good at.
Yeah,
and that's what they love, right? They've got no ambitions of. They've got no fantasy of being a wide receiver 1. Like
they're like I know what I am.
Yeah. Right.
And Bjorquez also that blocked punt. Bjorquez made a mistake too there. He took 3 steps. Traditionally you see, a kicker take a couple steps and then boom, punt it. He took 3 steps on that. I don't know what spooked him, whatever, or maybe he lost a step, but he took 3. That's what caused another issue on that block punt.
Einhorn Finkel.
Laces out.
Yeah, there was a lot of blame to go around on that punt. There was a lot of blame to go. It was just
everything.
Just the whole culture, just the mojo, the culture of your whole special teams all year.
The whole
just
game.
rotten.
The whole game. They were bad.
Oh yeah.
Well, let's be honest. One big reason that punt block happened was also Aaron Rodgers. I'm so profusely pissed off at him for that game. I am sick of seeing
the Devontae Adams the Devontae Adams force throw.
No, he forced through it after that, didn't he?
He forced through to only 2 players that night, and that was either Devontae Adams or Aaron Jones.
Yeah, he had tunnel vision.
Yeah, because the block punt made it 10-10, and after it was 10-10, that's when Rodgers on 3rd and 7, I believe it was, just launched it up for 40 yards to Devontae in double coverage, and you're like, why?
Lazard's going like this. I'm open.
Yeah, Lazard's in the middle of the field, like there's
wide open.
Drives me crazy.
And I don't
Is
know.
Is he a free agent, Lazard? Is he a free agent?
Restricted free agent.
Restricted.
Okay, so you can match.
Yeah.
But
it was just tunnel vision the whole game, and then it was one of those moments where it looks like I don't know if LaFleur's game plan wasn't that good or whatever as well, but it looks like he was kind of like, I'm not going to listen to your game plan, and I'm going to go Mike McCarthy on you. You know what I mean? Like I'm going to ignore your plays and I'm going to do what I want to do. You know what I mean?
I think another thing that hurt him too when AJ Dillon went down.
Yeah, AJ Dillon.
The momentum just went right down.
Dillon was gashing them too, and just that sucked. He was, man, it didn't matter their defensive line. He was running right through him, and then what did he do? He twisted his ankle, right?
Something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I was at my buddy's house. I had a bunch of Niner fans around, and they were like, they kept pointing it out. Hey, that guy AJ Dillon, I'm scared of that guy. Like, I'm scared of that guy. Like, what he's gonna do to my team right now, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a good 1-2 punch there. That's for sure.
Oh, Green Bay's stacked on offense, and kind of can make an argument they're pretty stacked on defense as well.
Thomas, are you talking about Rodgers? We don't even know what the contract is, so we can't really.
Yeah, it's
answer
hard to say, and I think we'll know more in the next coming weeks. So we'll stick around for free agency and draft opinions and stuff. Because what happens with the draft is all gonna depend on what happens in free agency.
Yeah, well said. Well said.
I like this comment. Hey Hubie, do you guys want Equinemius St. Brown?
No, that's okay.
You
I'll
want
trade you
another
for Amon Ra.
You wanted to have a trade of the brothers? What a pick he was! What a pick he was!
Yeah.
What's interesting going in? I really liked him in the draft.
I'm a
I liked
USC
Amari.
fan, so
I
I
liked
knew-
Amari. Oh, you're USC, of course. But I
Yeah,
thought
I'm
Amari
USC
Rodgers
fan.
was a better player, but I was wrong.
I mean, Amari Rodgers still be something. It's his rookie year sucked, and I'm not gonna downplay that, but I'm not out on him yet.
Oh no, you
by
can't
any
throw
means.
it away.
Yeah.
Isaac, what did you think of Amon Ra going in? Because he's not particularly quick. He's just not big or quick or any great at any one thing. Did you think he would succeed? Did you think he'd be just a guy? What was your honest take on him?
Oh yeah, like I'm a USC fan, so I've been watching him on Raw for a long time. You know, playing for my college team, so I knew he was going to be really good. Now I didn't know what level he was at NFL because a player can be good in college and then come to NFL and be completely shit. You know what I mean? So
Sure. Look at Jared Goff.
yeah. But so like I didn't know what to expect. I know he was just going to be decent. Like just like I knew Michael Pittman for the Colts, you know what I mean? Like he was going to be decent coming in, but you don't know what a player is going to be until he hits that level, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, Amon Ra hit like 80, 90 catches on the year. It was sensational. What about is it Drake London? Is that the big
Drake
receiver?
London? Yeah, Drake London.
How do you feel about him?
Oh, he's going to be a monster. If you go ahead and go watch his game tape, the guy's like 258 pounds. He's 6 foot, I think 4 or 5. He actually had played basketball for the team. He was doing a dual sport, and the guy is just phenomenal. He makes one-hand catches. He makes contested catches. Like
I think he's the most NFL ready of them all.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of Mike Evans to him, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Mike Evans is like kind of comparable to him, but like I think his routes running is just getting really crisp, and just his leaping ability too. Just for that basketball background, he's going to be a real good stud.
Yeah, I like him. I would love if he was there at 32. I'd love him. This is a really interesting receiving class. It hasn't got like maybe it hasn't got like a Jamar Chase, Jalen Waddle at the top, but it's got like there's 10 really, really good guys who can come in and start right away.
Yeah,
I think they have a lot of depth to this wide receiver class.
Yeah.
There's some good guys that are going to go in the first round for sure.
Yeah, Jameson Williams
as well.
Williams, Olave, Pickens. There's a lot
Burks.
of good ones. Yep.
If you like Burks.
Burks from who's
From
kind
Arkansas.
of like the Devo Samuel clone, they're saying. And then you've got Christian Watson, Jahad Dotson, Sky Moore. Like you could in the second round, there'll be receivers that will start and will do very well as rookies.
Other than wide receiver, that guy, that CB, that Stingley, he's going to be really good.
I think the plan is 100%. Like this is what I think we're all reading into this right now. Where I think we're tagging Davante Adams because we ran out of time. We're holding on to him, and the long-term deal is coming. I think
they're going to attempt to make a long-term deal with him. Yes.
Yeah, because Tay said he's going to play wherever 12 plays.
They haven't officially tagged him, right? Because that's 100%, and the tag deadline's passed. Is that correct?
Yeah, they did. They tagged him.
Today was the last day.
They have till July 15th to extend him.
I believe
yes, we are weak at tight end and wide receiver.
Yeah.
They tagged Devontae like 10 minutes before 3 p.m., like right
Yeah.
before it. So Hubie, if we sign Devontae Adams to a long-term deal, how do you feel about Rodgers and Adams coming back for potentially 4 more years?
Well, it doesn't bother me too much because the Lions are still. I really like where the Lions are in terms of a rebuild, but the team was just so low on talent. Like what Matt Patricia did to that team was awful. So I really don't. I don't see us really seriously competing for the next year or two. So, and to be honest, I would rather Green Bay winning the division than Minnesota. I can't stand Minnesota. So to be honest, it doesn't really. I don't see the Lions competing till at least 2024. And come 2020, end of 20, December 2024, 2025, maybe Rodgers is kind of getting a little bit older, and the team, you haven't got a good team around him. So as a Lions fan, I don't think we're going to win the next couple of years. So hey, I'd rather see Aaron Rodgers and Green Bay win than the Vikings.
Rodgers is like a big kid. Like he doesn't seem to be getting as old as he is. Kind of like Brady. Like, how old are you? How old are you till you stop showing your bare foot on national TV? You know what I mean? Like,
well, he does that decleansing. He goes through a lot for that decleansing. That takes fuck. I mean, you lose a lot of weight when you do that shit. And then now he's gaining it all back. But man, I don't want to put my body through that shit. Man.
Yeah.
But the issue is you just never know. Like, remember Peyton Manning? He was MVP, and then 2 years later, he was noodle arm. You never know when it's going to hit. You never know.
That's true.
So there's this rumor coming out there that Brady might join the Niners and bring Gronk with him. Yeah,
I've heard about the Niners.
Mm-hmm.
That would make that a pretty tough team to beat, boys.
Odium. There's comment.
That would make that a pretty tough team to beat.
Yeah.
That 49ers
I think the Niners are one of
Brady.
those. I think the Niners are one of those teams. There's like a group of teams that, for whatever reason, their prayers and hopes turn into media news. Like the Broncos, it's like, let's be honest, you didn't have a chance with Rodgers. We even read today, per the sources to Rodgers, where it was either retirement or Packers. That's what he was contemplating.
Yeah.
There wasn't like this, I bought a house in Nashville. What if I played for Tennessee? Like there was none of that. It was he contemplated retirement, really hardcore, but he decided overall he's coming back. So I think there's just a few teams that the media just loves to blow up with all these rumors, to be honest.
I agree. The 49ers is at the very top. I've always considered the Denver Broncos the AFC version of the 49ers. They get a little more attention than they deserve. Oh, I mean, having said that, the 49ers are a very good team. I just don't like them.
Stupid.
That comment's very funny.
Is Brady still under contract with Tampa Bay?
Yes. Yeah.
No, it's not even possible.
They still own his rights.
Yeah.
So it's a very interesting one. Right? I was reading about it. So here's the deal. So absolutely, he is still under contract with the Bucs, and we all saw Bruce Arians' quote. He said, if he comes back, pretty much 5 first-round picks, he plays for us or nothing type of deal. But here's the twist. He should have been a free agent. He signed a 2-year deal, and he should be he signed a 2-year deal up front, so he should be a free agent. But at the start of last year, the Bucs came to him and said, hey, would you mind adding a fictitious fake extra year on your contract just so for salary cap purposes so we can split the hit here into 2022? And he said, sure. So he was doing them a favor and extended the contract. So the theory is going, well, Brady is only under contract because he was doing them a favor. So they think I think it's Jason Light is their GM. So there's a school of thought that says if he reaches out, he might say, listen, you got to let me go because I'm only here because I extended it to help you out. And then they're saying, but what if Arians says, too bad, my way or the highway? So that could be an interesting one.
Yeah. Oh, hey, Tyler's here. The show's over. All right, guys. No, what's up, Tyler?
What's up, Tyler?
You're on mute.
What up, Tyler?
What's up, dudes?
There you are.
So, Tyler, what do you think we can get for Jordan Love? Because I heard that you still think we can get a first-round pick.
Second or third?
Okay.
And if we can't get that, I wouldn't do it. Goody won't do it. You look foolish. You look foolish if you trade some for less than a third.
Give me a solid backup. We
So-
can't get fucking.
So Tyler, do you have any
You know-
thoughts or comments on anything we've been talking about? Have you been watching?
He's been watching.
Yeah.
He's been
Any thoughts or comments on anything we've said? Want to come on and say anyone's an idiot?
I know.
He just said that your lines suck. That's all he thinks.
Tyler doesn't really tell people that they're idiots. What he does is he takes what we say and he makes it into his own unique version.
I call people idiots all the time.
You must have like 30 mirrors in your house.
Yeah.
No, but since we're on the Tom Brady kick, don't you guys see Tampa Bay as the type of team? Because look, without Brady, they're going to suck. It's inevitable. Can you see them if Brady's like, look, I want to come back. I want you guys to trade me. They're like, they'll pull a Lions like, no, fuck you. You either play with us or you don't play.
Well, it seems like Bruce Arians, yes, but when I heard the story how the GM reached out to Brady and said, would you add an extra year? So that makes me think maybe he would trade him. I don't know.
I always thought
The Bucks are
Arians
going to
was
be
a
an
really
interesting
nice
team.
guy. You know,
I think
smacking
he's just-
people in the
he's just
head. Man, that guy.
He's like
is
the
something.
offensive version of Mike Zimmer. Remember when Mike Zimmer was like, tell Adrian Peterson he plays for us or plays for no one?
What is this guy talking about?
I don't know. I got a chin strap too. So I mean, I don't know.
That's not even a chin strap, though.
I don't have a single mirror in my house. Do I have like
Mike-
crazy hair?
You took that serious.
Mike,
You have a mirror in your house?
come on, Mike, come on the show. Come on and talk to us.
Yeah,
Tell us what
Mike.
you mean.
If you want to come talk with us, I'll send the link here.
Mike, Nick is hitting you up.
So, bouncing off what Hubie said, yeah, I think the Bucks are pretty solid of a team. Like, they just need a quarterback as well. And
Kyle,
They're not-
Said and done though.
The other thing, though,
Ask
they-
Denver. Look at Denver for the last 5 years. I mean, it's easy to have
they
everything but the
like that.
quarterback.
they lost Ali Marpet.
Denver go get fucking Trubisky.
Where
I mean-
are they getting that quarterback from?
they got pretty. Bucks got pretty solid linebacker core. You know what I mean? Devin
they've got a
White,
great
Devontae
team.
David, JPP, Shaq Barrett for their pass rushers. You know, and then their offense they franchise tag Godwin. Mike Evans is still there. I think
Tristan
Fournette's
Wirfs, they've
gone,
got a
but-
decent offensive line.
Yep.
Hey,
They got
Brian,
great
hop on.
receivers. They could still keep Gronk if Brady came back. There's so many things you could do with that team, but
Yeah.
But I just asked Denver how hard it is to find a quarterback. It's not easy.
Mm.
If you've got a great team
Yeah.
without a quarterback, that means you're never going to lose enough to be in a position to draft one.
With- Without
It's-
paying all your ass.
it's very tough.
Yeah, ask the Bears. They've been searching forever.
Yeah,
You're still searching.
exactly. So where's this quarterback for
Forever.
Tampa coming from? Literally forever. Still never had a 4,000-yard pass up.
Wilkins,
Love it.
I know that you really, really like Drew Lock. What'd you think of that trade?
Me?
I hope he plays.
Oh.
What do you
Yeah,
think
a lot
he's
of
going to do in
yards.
Seattle?
I hope he plays as well.
What do you think he's going to do in Seattle?
I don't know. He's talented, but he makes boneheaded decisions. I don't think he'll do much because he doesn't have offensive line there. So
Yeah, that offensive line is trash, and their running backs are always hurt.
He's gonna sell fish at the fish
well,
market.
to be honest with you, if Penny plays like he did at the end of the year,
And stays
it
healthy.
might be easier.
But he's a
for
free
Lock
agent.
to
He's a
do
free
all
agent.
Is he?
They don't even because they didn't pick up his 5th year. I'm pretty
Damn,
sure. He's a
has
free
it really
agent.
been 4 years already?
I know
Oh.
time flies, dude.
Dang,
Time
man.
flies.
Anyways,
Time
they-
flies. It's scary.
yeah, they were running the rock. So if they can do that next year, it makes the quarterback's job easier.
Yeah.
You got DK. You got
Simon. Ali Marpet retired. I'm like, holy shit! Wasn't he just drafted yesterday?
No, he was. Yeah, that's true. I thought he was younger than what he was too. This
Feel
was
like
his
that.
8th year or some shit.
But if the Seahawks, I don't know.
I think
Seattle's
a
going to be
lot
bad
of teams
for a
are
while.
going for the Ravens' backup quarterback Huntley.
Okay,
He
yeah.
improved a
dope.
lot.
Yeah,
He really brought it to Green Bay. He really brought it to Green Bay that game.
You think Seattle's gonna go for him?
Oh no, I'm just saying in general that every other team's gonna be hunting for like Huntley to see if they can prime off the Ravens. You know.
I think Seattle. They might go offensive line, but I've seen that they might go after that Coral now. They also have Jacob Eason there.
Yeah.
They might
Jacob Mettenberger 2.0.
But they don't like Jacob Eason.
They might let Locke and Eason battle it out and just really
Mike,
suck.
you can always hit up the page, inbox us at the page, and then we'll get you on whenever you want.
Hey, Bryant's in the waiting room. There he is.
I tell you what, if John Schneider, the GM of the Seahawks, is watching this, I want John to know you can trade up to 2 with the Lions and take Malik Willis. We are open for business.
What you talk about, Willis? No, just kidding.
Y'all do this every Tuesday night?
Yeah.
Hey,
I think I don't know. We kind of
switched to Fridays
between Tuesday and Friday. We only did like a show today because RODGERS news broke and stuff. We usually do.
Oh,
Friday.
that's what happened with RODGERS.
I don't know.
What do you guys? What do you guys?
Amari Rodgers. He signed an extension.
A RODGERS.
A Rodgers.
What do you guys think about
Rodgers?
Were you guys kind of like mind blown that the Broncos actually got rid of Fant?
No, he's trash.
I think he's
trash.
He's
not trash.
He's one of the better tight ends.
He's decent.
Yeah, he's like
and
between the 8th and 12th best tight end in the league.
Yeah.
Yeah, 12th best tight end in the league isn't trash.
I mean,
he's decent.
But you see every year the tight ends come out of nowhere. Last year is Tanyan. This year is Dalton Schultz. Freiermuth's already performing.
Is Hubert saying
For
that
Fant
Tanyan's
being drafted
trash?
in the
I will
top 10
boot
or
your
whatever
ass
it
off the show.
No.
But I don't understand how every year a tight end coming out of nowhere means that from that we logically conclude Fant is trash.
He's not trash, but he can't stay healthy. And he hasn't really proven anything. He hasn't. What was he drafted? Like 8th overall, 11th overall? What was
he was definitely.
No, he was 20. He was 20.
Mike,
either way, you don't see tight ends all
Mike,
that.
you know damn well that on this show we've all said RODGERS is definitely coming back.
Yep.
And we've made fun of everybody that thought that he wasn't. So
yeah,
Bill Naismith made a bunch of money.
Also, now that he's back, that's a complete moot point. So I don't really understand that comment.
Yeah,
I agree.
I disagree. I think the Broncos won. I don't think.
I don't think so.
I think the Broncos could have paid more. Me too. They didn't pay that much more than what the Rams paid for Matt Stafford. And Russell Wilson is 10 times better than Matt Stafford.
The other reason that I was looking at this earlier. Russell Wilson's cap hit this year is only like $24 million too. For a really good starting QB, that's money right there. So they still have They have $26 million to play with left.
I don't know.
So they get the 9th overall pick this year. That's a great pick, no doubt. And then they also get a high 2nd round pick. But we can only assume that next year the Broncos will probably be picking in the 20s. So then you've got your 2nd first round pick is going to be in the 20s, and then another 2nd round pick next year in the later 20s. I don't know.
But you're making the assumption that they're even going to hit the playoffs. They play in a tough division, and the AFC in general is just tough. So if they miss the playoffs, then they could be looking at anywhere in like the late to mid teens too. I'm just obviously speculating. I mean, obviously on your point, they could also make the Super Bowl and then.
But they have a pretty good team. It's just been in the quarterback. But you're right. It's not necessarily a shoe-in. Oh, we've got a comment here. Matthew Stafford's better than Russell Wilson.
I 100% think Russell Wilson is better than Matthew Stafford.
I don't even see how it's an argument.
That's not even close.
Yeah, I don't agree with that.
Now, Stafford is.
I like Matthew Stafford.
Good.
He's like a poor man's Brett Favre. But
he's
Russell
really
Wilson
good, man. I don't want to make it sound as bad as I made it sound because it's not like there's some enormous gap between Wilson and Stafford. That's not what I want to seem like. I don't think it's that big, but
I don't think it's that big.
I would definitely take Wilson over Stafford. Like I don't think that.
Yeah, you
I
must
was
be
always
crazy
thinking
if you're going for Stafford.
if Aaron Rodgers had, let's say he theoretically had forced himself to Denver or whatever, I was always thinking in the back of my mind, if I'm Green Bay, I'd shrug, take half the picks that we got, trade him and get Russell Wilson. You'd still be a Super Packers. This Packers team with Russell Wilson is still a
I
legit
said that,
Super Bowl
man,
contender.
if we lost Rodgers, I was like, what if we go for Russell Wilson? Like,
Right,
that
you'd still win the division. You'd still be one of the best teams in the NFC.
Yeah, behind our O line, Russell Wilson would give his life for us. Like
That's how highly I think of Russell Wilson.
What? Hold on. What is this comment?
What does gas prices have to do with paying Aaron Rodgers?
Paying $6 for gas is stupid.
Also, that says
we already
200,000.
addressed this comment in the beginning of the show.
Oh,
Rodgers
he's
did
saying
not
that
ask for
Rodgers
200
overpaid.
million.
Oh, he's a Bears
That
fan.
says
No wonder why.
200,000.
He's a Bears fan.
Oh,
no
200.
wonder.
That's why I don't get it.
200,000, please.
Yeah,
Please,
please.
come for $200,000.
Anyways,
so-
that's our show for today. That's
I
Mike,
can't.
we finally found some common ground, and then you say something like this. First of all, let's compare rings. What does that do for an individual versus individual debate?
I mean, they have one ring
Well,
apiece.
They each
Yeah,
have
exactly,
one ring.
Russell
Simon.
Wilson
Aaron
has a
Rodgers
ring.
played in extra Super Bowl.
Not only that, here's where you
Simon
lose.
just
Yeah.
took Mike to school. They've
See,
got one ring
and,
each,
like-
and
I like
Russell
to take
Wilson
an
has the
educated
second
approach
NFC
about it.
championship
You
ring.
can't use the rings for individual versus individual. But Mike, if that's what you want to do, you do know that Russell Wilson's been to 2 Super Bowls, right? To
Two.
Stafford's one. You
Let's
lose that
compare
argument.
Pro Bowls.
Also,
Let's compare,
He was a
I'm pretty
handoff
sure-
let's
from
compare
having two
division
rings.
titles. Let's compare
Yeah,
division
I'm
titles.
pretty
Other
sure-
other team stats.
So look,
Russell Wilson's been to more
Let's
Pro
compare
Bowls.
team wins.
Are you
He's
talking
been to
about
Pro
stats?
Bowls.
Goals? Okay.
like
Career stats. What about fucking Kirk Cousins? Look at him. Fucking only has fucking
Yeah.
one playoff win. Get out of here with that bullshit.
I mean,
Yeah,
I think
I'm
career
not
stats. Russell
following
Wilson's
you on
probably
this
got
one.
Stafford. Yeah, Stafford's probably got him beat as well. I mean, sorry, Russell's probably got him beat as well. Not overall, because
Stafford
Stafford's
probably
been
has
playing
more
longer.
yards.
But if you
Passing
average it out,
yards.
average it out per
Yeah.
year.
Stafford throws for a lot of yards. That I can say. So he's probably got him in yards. But I'm willing to bet passer
But
rating,
that's only because he's playing longer.
touchdown to interception
YPA.
ratio, TD percentage,
Yeah,
everything else.
Interception
I'm willing-
percentage, YPA.
wins.
Wins. I mean, everything just, in my opinion, falls in Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
Anyway,
If you want to come on and
Yeah,
debate
on
this
the
with
Super
us, I'd
Bowl.
love to.
This
Mike
Stafford
took that L on that
fumble
Super Bowl win. That was hilarious. Simon's like, actually, they're kind of equal.
Yeah, they're equal.
Anyways, fellas, you guys have a good night. I'm gonna
Yeah, you
sign
too.
off. All right,
You
take
got a
care, guys.
one-hit wonder. Okay,
See you, Zach.
cool.
Another Bears
yeah.
fan talking
Who's
shit
a
when
one-hit
you got
wonder?
He's talking about Rodgers.
Okay.
So, are you saying that you're admitting that your Bears, their entire franchise existence, is a one hit wonder, right?
Ever since
How
the
can I don't
inauguration
like
of
the
the
guy,
Super
but
Bowl,
Hasn't he won
One-hit
4
wonder.
MVPs? How is he a one-hit wonder?
yeah,
Hey, I got a question for you guys.
Yeah.
So, who do you think's going to be the next quarterback on the move? I think it'll be Watson.
probably.
Well, his disposition happens on Friday, so if he gets criminally charged, he ain't going nowhere.
And
Who else is there that could be on
But
the
if he
move?
goes somewhere, the Washington would be a perfect place for him because they accept a bunch of sexual abuse
And-
and allow people to touch people with penises and stuff. So
I wouldn't
He'd probably go to
imagine
Washington.
Kirk Cousins actually on a move pretty soon.
Oh, I'm not touching that one with a 10-foot pole.
I like this comment.
Who's Edgar?
It's
Who's that guy?
it's this guy. I think the next quarterback that's gonna go somewhere, it's gonna be Jimmy G. Probably. I think that's the next quarterback.
That's a
too.
possibility too.
People
I
are
think-
saying Mitch. When does free agency? Are we including free agents?
that's
Uh,
not until the
free
16th of March.
Yeah,
But they
We still
normally
got-
kind of get signed like in the legal tampering period, right? So Mitch could be the
So
next.
Hubert, I mean, you guys could always pick up Mitch Trubisky.
I would love it. I would love to go to let Mitch and Goff compete.
What's
not?
so if you do that, I feel like you can't keep Jared Goff.
It'd be like the Special Olympics at Detroit Lions training camp.
It would be it just would be like Jared Goff still makes a whole bunch of money, but it
That's
would
all I
make
was
it
gonna
work
say. If
financially.
you cut him,
Yeah.
what's the dead cap hit?
Oh,
You
dude,
you just put your quarterbacks around. You put a donut on a swing and swing it.
I
and
think
whoever
it's
gets
more
it
than
is
the.
quarterback.
Yeah, technically, I don't
I
think you
think
get rid of
that's
them until
nice.
after next year.
I think it's
Okay.
like more than the entire domestic domestic income of Michigan. We can't cut Jared Goff. It's a non-starter.
So Hubert, what do you think about fucking Swift, Butterfinger Swift?
Butterfinger Swift.
That's what I call him.
I like him. I feel like he can do more than what he's shown, but he hasn't stayed healthy. And
Okay,
I'm very
What is
much
it with Lions
show
running
me.
backs not staying
I'm-
healthy? All of them
I'm
don't
just very
stay
much
healthy.
I'm very much a show. Like I'll believe it when I see it type.
I
And
think
2
he's the
years.
worst. He's the worst quarterback, I think, and running back in our division.
I mean, he's the less. I accept that he's the least
Okay.
accomplished. I mean,
It's like
David
somebody had
Montgomery.
a post in a page, and everybody's like, "No way!" It's like one guy said, "Oh, he's better than Cook," and I laughed at him. Like, what the
Oh
fuck?
no,
Really?
Cook and Aaron Jones are clearly better.
So do you think
Swift
Jamal
put it
Williams
together?
is better?
No, I think Swift is better than Jamal
All right,
Williams.
hey Nick, real quick, can you flip the last comment? Yeah, this one. Okay, real quick. All right, let's run this down. So Russell Wilson beats Matt Stafford in all of these categories right here. Completion percentage, touchdown percentage, interception percentage, yards per attempt, rushing stats. Like
Rating.
passer rating. Passer rating. So what's there really to talk about?
Mike, we threw up the stats and
The only thing that Matt Stafford beats Russell Wilson in is passing yards. But
that's because he's played 3 or 4 more years.
Yeah, if you go, yeah, exactly. And if you go by yards per attempt, Russell Wilson beats Matt Stafford. So Russell Wilson has the same amount of pass attempts as Matt Stafford. He's going to throw for more yards. So when you're talking about tossing up the stats, those are the stats I care about.
Yeah, you lose, buddy. I mean, I can make using his rationale. I can say Jay Cutler is better than Joe Burrow. Look at this; he's got more career passing stats. I mean, what?
It's like the Drew Brees versus Rodgers debate. It's like
exactly.
When you break it down, Rodgers is better than Drew Brees at basically everything other than completion percentage inside a dome.
Yeah.
Although I think it's a bit closer. I think Drew Brees is still a very good quarterback. I mean, to me, Matthew Stafford he's like, if you can't get an elite quarterback, you really want him.
What is
I don't know if he's that much better than. Is he better than Derek Carr? Is Matt Stafford better than Derek Carr?
Yes.
Derek Carr was with the Rams. What
are a little bit better than Cousins. Someone like Cousins.
I think,
but Stafford and Wilson are so similar that to say he's way better than him or something is off base.
I actually
Wilson
think
has already
Stafford and
proved to be better than
Cousins.
Stafford.
I think Stafford and Cousins have a lot of similarities.
Yeah, I think they're pretty close.
I will say though that I think Stafford, just in my opinion, is definitely better than Cousins. I would take him over Cousins.
I would too. Yeah, I would too. But I would too. However, let's say we're both starting teams.
Mike Wilson went to the Seattle when they sucked. I don't know what you're getting at.
He turned them over. Not only that, he turned them
you're
around.
wrong.
Seattle was a garbage for 40 years till Russell Wilson came around.
Matt Stafford also had a Hall of Fame receiver.
Russell Wilson and Matt Stafford both went to historically terrible teams. Both that had never been to a Super Bowl. Both that very rarely won the division. And look at the difference. Russell Wilson turned that team around.
Yeah,
and also Matt Stafford went to a stacked Rams team.
Yeah, I was going to say
that team is extremely good.
I don't like that last part of the comment. The Rams were already ready for the Super Bowl before Stafford got there. They were already ready, man. Like,
they made the Super Bowl with Jared Goff.
Brady went to Tampa.
Exactly.
There's
Tampa had a really good roster when he showed up too.
Yeah,
I mean, the Rams. That Rams team literally went to the Super Bowl with Jared Goff. That shows how good they were.
I like what he just said. He said that there are multiple quarterbacks, and I'm not even talking about like Mahomes and Rodgers and shit like that. There are multiple quarterbacks other than guys like that. They could have definitely been on the Rams this year and won the Super Bowl. They could have.
Yeah. Agreed. Derek Carr.
I think Derek Carr. Yeah, I think I could see
Kirk Cousins, Russell Wilson,
Ryan Tannehill.
Yeah.
If Russell Wilson's on that Rams team, forget it. Ryan Tannehill, maybe.
Okay.
Dak Prescott.
How did Stafford have nobody around that
Kirk Cousins. I think Kirk Cousins would do well with that Rams team.
Over Megatron.
Yeah, fucking Megatron.
I mean, I don't disagree either, but I'm just saying, like, yeah, they were just both terrible franchises when they showed up.
So Mike has dipped. Mike started off with Stafford's better than Russell Wilson. Check out the Super Bowls.
Also,
and then he lost that. And then Mike said, "Okay, check out the stats." And then he lost that. So now he's like, "Oh yeah, well Russell had Lynch and the Legion of Boom."
Hold
I mean,
on,
what's
also-
next?
What, though?
What's next?
Wait, his fucking arrow is
What's
pointing
next?
the wrong way too.
Yes. It is pointing the wrong way.
But real quick,
It's like,
you could that's counterintuitive to your argument to say that that the Seahawks were way better than the Lions, because wouldn't you argue that it's easier to accumulate a shitload of stats when you're always losing and you're way behind and you need to throw the ball 50 times?
that's why Stafford has such great stats.
His yards are way up there because he has to throw for 500 yards a game. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, because if you look at
I've
their
seen every single
attempts per
game he
it's
ever
probably
played.
grossly different.
So
I don't hate
Russell
Matt
Wilson,
Stafford. I just think Russell
Poor
Wilson.
guy.
if you have a more complete team like Marshawn Lynch and you have a great defense, don't you think that you're giving the ball to your running back a lot more than, say, Stafford is on the Lions? Don't you think that you're being a little more conservative because you have a great defense? Like, I don't think
Absolutely.
that that's a measure of being better, because, like I said, it's
And let's compare apple to apples. If you're going to compare Russell Wilson's Super Bowl winning Seahawks team, you would compare it to the Rams. You would compare it to Stafford and the Rams this year. And I'd say the Rams were more stacked this year than the Seahawks when they won the Super Bowl.
Put it this way,
Ooh, I
Seattle
don't
was
know,
such a
man.
mess. They paid Matt Flynn like $40 million or $23 million or whatever to come there before Wilson started. So let's not pretend like Seattle was this master class of a team. They paid Matt Flynn how many millions of dollars to sit on the bench?
Yeah,
And Matt Stafford
Mike,
was
I
the
think
number one
Mike, you got to
overall
come
pick.
on.
Wilson
Mike's
was
gotta
the
come on and
fourth
move
Also,
on.
let's not pretend they had amazing receiving options when Russell Wilson first started there either.
Yeah, they
I
had
don't know.
they had Cooper Kupp, who led the league in rushing and they in catching, and they had Odell Beckham Jr. Oh no, sorry, that was the Rams.
Golden Tate was one of their main, right?
Yeah, Golden
I mean,
Tate.
Who was the
But
one
that was
caught
before
the
Golden-
friggin' ball over?
I don't think they had 1,000.
2014.
Lockett.
Great point. I don't think they had a 1,000-yard receiver. Great point, Simon. Great point.
I don't think
I'm
Simon
trying-
said
I don't
that.
even remember.
Simon doesn't know what
Oh.
he's talking about. It was
That is true.
Okay.
I have no fucking idea.
Great point, Tyler. Great point.
no, it was Bryant, right? Your name's Bryant?
Yeah, what's up?
Good point, Brian.
It was him
Good
that
point.
said it.
All right, good point, someone.
I think I froze.
Oh my God. When
But the Seahawks were not stacked. They were stacked on defense, but the year they won the Super Bowl, they had nothing like the Rams this year.
when did Matt Flynn beat Brady? I don't remember that.
Is he talking about the Lions? When he beat the Lions?
Sorry, I froze
Yeah, well-
up.
When Matt Flynn
Unforgiven.
beat the Lions?
Yeah, Matt Flynn beat the Lions. Yeah.
Oh.
That's what I can
6
think of.
touchdowns. 6 touchdowns.
And Matt Flynn beat the Cowboys, but I don't remember him beating Brady in his
No,
prime.
they
I
didn't
don't
beat
remember
New
that.
England. They got close and then lost, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, didn't.
Yeah.
Is
Didn't
that
Matt
when
Flynn
Vince
score that
Wilfork had
game
like
and
a
they
huge ass
almost-
touchdown?
Yeah. So I don't- I
Dan
don't
Bryant's you can tell Bryant's like a football encyclopedia. If you're going on like Jeopardy or trivia on football, you want Bryant. He's like boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, come on the show more. We got plenty of content. We got all sorts of discussions, and we let anybody on because we're not afraid to debate with anybody. Come on the show.
I
Anybody.
don't like Simon that much though.
That's fine. I'm kind of a dick. So.
That's normal. That's normal.
Simon is a bit of a dick, but he's a good guy, but he's a bit of a dick. He's a bit of a know-it-all, but he's a good guy.
I try to know things sometimes.
Well, I got to ask you this since we got a Lions fan on here. I got to ask you this.
Yeah.
Are you guys finishing in the basement this year?
Well, it's not going to be Minnesota, and it's certainly not going to be Green Bay. So it comes down to us in Chicago.
Do you think you can
Let me have free
Chicago's-
agency and let me have the draft to answer. I really, truly believe Justin Fields is going to be worse than Mitch Trubisky. I think he
Yeah.
is terrible.
I got the same thing to him.
So if they trim a few things, maybe they could be headed for the basement. Maybe. Let me see free agency in the draft.
What if the Bears pick up Mitch Trubisky in free agency?
How fucking gold would that be?
That would be
that'd be so
amazing.
awesome.
That would be amazing. Who do you think the Lions will finish in the cellar 100%, or do you
What?
think maybe we could catch the Bears?
Look, you guys should have beat the Bears last year on Thanksgiving.
I mean,
But even
sure,
if we do, we
man.
still fit. We finished 2.5 games behind them. So even if we swept them, we're still finishing in the cellar.
You should have beat the Bears. I think you can do it twice this year. I think you can either steal one or get both of them this year. I think the Lions are trending up and the Bears are trending down.
That I agree with. It's just if enough time has passed for them to kind of overlap.
Yeah,
So if
Lions
you
been in
guys
the
beat the
basement
Bears
4 years in a
twice.
row. You
Sorry,
can't
John.
make
Go
it.
ahead. My bad.
I said,
Sorry,
Lions
John.
been in the basement for 4 years. They can't make it next year from the fifth, man. Bears got to go down there.
Yeah.
I think
I do
if
feel
you
like we
guys
have the
can-
support of the Green Bay. I do feel like the Green Bay fan base would rather see Chicago in the cellar. I feel like you guys root for
Oh yeah,
over Chicago.
absolutely.
Let's be honest. The fan base that we dislike the least is the Lions fans because they've basically been beaten so bad they just accept it at this point.
Yeah.
Whereas the Vikings fans, they just make shit up. They pretend like they're 10 times better than they ever are.
We're stacked.
And yeah, and the Bears fans, let's be honest. I thought that the Vikings fans might be the worst. I'm starting to trend towards the Bears fans.
No,
because
the Vikings fans are definitely the worst. Bear fans are good people. It's just I don't.
But
like
here's the
team.
thing, though. Hugh,
I just
is-
think they're the most uneducated fans.
that's
in
what I
the
was going to say.
NFC
Was
North.
at least Vikings fans, they're doing it like on purpose. Like they're just like kind of delusional, but they know like football most of the time. Whereas Bear fans,
Very
they've
delusional.
proven to me that they just straight up don't know what they're ever talking
Yeah.
about. Like legit.
And that's not
disagree.
all either.
Yeah, I would say that ain't all, but
That's not all,
There's a
but
few Bear
the
fans
majority
that
of the
are-
fan base. Sorry, John, my bad.
There's a lot of
Okay.
Brooke Violets out there. There's a lot of
Yeah.
them.
I can't believe you said that.
So the Lions to me are like a woman showing up to a battered woman shelter. You just kind of feel bad for them. You take them in a little bit and make them feel good.
And they're always nice. And they're always reasonable.
they're always nice.
But I'm hoping. I really like the new. I like the new GM. I like the new head coach. I'm excited to see where it is. We've just got a long way to go.
See, Vikings
to me that's the Vikings.
I like your analogy. The Vikings fans are like the fat chick that puts on skinny jeans, and you're like, do you really think that works? What is wrong with you? And then the Bears fans are they're the woman that shows up that smoked a bunch of crack and they're talking to themselves. They had a phone call with their dead relative, you know what I mean? Like that kind of shit. Like,
Oh, and who are the Packer fans then? Go on.
Packer fans are the spoiled fucking brat
Oh, yeah.
that won,
Yeah,
they won the
absolutely.
pageant, so they think their
100%
shit
agree.
don't stink. You know what I mean? Like,
With the rich daddy.
Yeah.
that's definitely the
But they do coke because they can afford it.
And then every year, the Packers fans are like, look, we're going to go to rehab. And then every year we don't.
Oh, hey, on this one, if they end up trading Kirk Cousins, I think there's a possibility they could be in the basement.
yeah.
Oh, me too. I don't think they'll trade him though. I don't see that.
No,
happening.
I don't think so
If the
either.
Vikings lose Cousins and they have to play
Mannion.
not
Or
Mannion.
Mond.
Kellen Mond, or Mannion. Yeah,
I was about to say either one, to be honest. Mond or Mannion, they're fine.
yeah.
Well-
Pick your poison. They're the same.
They're
The Vi-
losing.
The Vikings
I-
obviously don't feel too good on Mon because they had Desmond Ritter for 2 interviews or something like that.
Yeah, but the interviews don't really mean much. Green Bay interviews guys a year in and year out, and we just never
Yeah,
end up
but
taking them.
it's 2. I mean, 2. Why would you interview a quarterback twice? I don't know.
To throw people off.
It throws people off.
Did you see the question?
You know what? Here's my hot tip. I got a hot out there tip, and it hurts me to say this. I think Derek Stingley ends up falling to the Vikings, and I think they end up taking him. That's my hot
Interesting.
prediction. His stock is falling, and he feels like a Viking. That's the type of guy they always end up. They get lucky a lot.
They do.
They get lucky a lot, but then they never are actually able to capitalize on it in the
I mean-
long term. But they get lucky a lot.
Vikings haven't been too good at drafting corners lately, so
That's very true.
we'll see.
Yes, but see, this is why the Vikings fans are the fat girl that wears the skinny jeans, because they got this coach who won a Super Bowl as an offensive coordinator, and they immediately go like, "See, we got a Super Bowl winning coach," and you're like, "Oh God!" Like he didn't head coach, so how
Yeah.
can you say he's a Super Bowl winning head coach? He's a head coach now. It doesn't
Yeah.
work that way. It never
yeah.
does.
Brian,
could-
Brian,
They could,
Brian
who was
is
the- who-
kind of a basement closet fan of the Vikings, so
Who's the
Don't let him tell you
the
otherwise.
Rams backup? Who's the Rams backup quarterback?
I don't even know.
Wolford.
Yeah,
Is it
well,
Walker still?
Yeah, the Vikings could trade for him, and then all the fans tomorrow will be like, "We just got the Super Bowl winning quarterback." I'm serious. That's what they would say. It's serious.
That's like a next step delusion.
That's what they would say. He's got as many rings as Aaron Rodgers. They would say, "Show me the difference," and you know it.
Now you're sounding like a Niners fan. Jimmy G won 2 Super Bowls.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah. That's a press F for respect for Brian.
Hey, what do you guys think about the Packers having interest in Von Miller?
I don't think it's gonna
I
happen.
don't. I think he's kind of washed, but he did look pretty good in the playoffs this year.
Hey,
It'd be nice.
Phenomenal.
I love Von Miller, but
Yeah, it would be
I
nice.
don't
I think
think-
Green Bay is very interested, but the finances, just like the
Yeah,
salary
the
cap,
finances are not interested.
Yeah,
If he's willing to play for the veteran minimum, come on
Yeah,
board,
come
I
on
think they
over.
would say.
I mean, yeah.
If Aaron
We
Rodgers
just
is
got a
willing to
Super
take a
Bowl
Tom
winning
Brady deal,
DN.
$10 million.
Yeah.
Outside linebacker.
That means we're gonna win the Super Bowl.
Hey,
I think
It's
the
like
same
when the
people.
Lions upgrade you, young stud who got the Super Bowl. Huh?
I think the
Like when
same
the
people
Lions
that said that were
upgrade.
interested in Von Miller are the same people that said that Rodgers signed for 4 years and $200 million. Like,
You young
But you notice there was like 5 teams that said to him, when we're right in the middle, you know, it's like,
yeah, yeah.
I think Mike's starting to drink a little bit because some of these sentences coming through don't make.
I've started
I'm trying
drinking
to
too,
read
Mike.
it.
It's good
I
on
think
you.
he's
Keep
talking
drinking.
about Goff.
It's like when the Lions upgrade you, young stud. But Goff's not a young stud. That's what I thought. But then I was like, but Goff's not a young stud. He's neither young nor a stud.
Yeah, Miller did express that he'd like to go back to Denver. That is true. And then
Have you-
honestly, they can afford it.
Yeah.
Have you noticed that I've always felt that
Yeah,
since
they're
the internet and the social media world, the rumors and fake news and all this stuff is just getting out of hand. But the last year, it really seems it's gone just bananas.
Oh yeah,
There's
it's
just
really
so
bad.
much,
It's so
like
bad.
heavy.com and 24/7. What would it
The
take?
Heavy's so trash. I don't know.
Let me
why.
tell you
That's
But you see it all the
Yeah, out of-
time.
Do you know how out of hand this has gotten? On NFL Network and ESPN, even though Rodgers said it's not true himself, they are saying he's signed for 4 years, $200 million, even though it's being he himself is saying, I haven't signed anything. That's
Do you know
how bad
why?
it's getting.
I think they've always tried to take the high road and say, we're the real deal, right? We're the enterprise. We don't kind of trade in internet rumors. But I think their lunch is starting to get eaten by 24/7 and heavy.com. It's kind of bringing them down. They're sinking to that level. It's
that's
just
what we're
gone
saying.
crazy.
Look,
But that-
NFL
that's
Network
just-
is supposed to
Sorry.
be like NFL Network is supposed to be the place you can go where they don't just make shit up, right? That,
Right.
like,
And ESPN.
But that
Any-
goes for any large media.
Any
They wanna
established
be that
enterprise.
person. They want
But
to be
they're
that
not
person
now.
that breaks the news.
yeah, I don't even live in
What-
this chapter no more. I'm
would
done
you
with
It's
it.
like-
rather be the first one to get lucky and get it right, or would you rather be the one that's always trusted? For example,
Hold on.
Me trusted.
like Woj for the NBA, right? You know when Woj says
I
something,
don't
it's
know
100%
what the hell
factual.
this thing
It's
happened
his stamp of approval.
for 1 more year.
Isn't that
But
what
it's
you
like,
rather?
yeah, it's like, but like any
Oh,
news, like
okay.
it came out recently that the Giants might be looking to trade Saquon Barkley. And the first thing you see, could Saquon Barkley be the Detroit Lions' future? Then
Yeah.
the next day, would you be happy if the Lions traded the second overall pick for Saquon Barkley? Sources say the Lions might move a first round pick for Saquon Barkley. It's like, what is going on?
Yeah, but that's just like I said, that's just the media now. You want the clicks, you want the views, and that's all you care about.
This,
But it
this
feels like
doesn't
it's
make
gotten a
any
lot
see.
worse in just the last 12 months.
I see
Is
what
my point.
I think I see what this person is trying to say. It's just
Why
a
are you
long
happy when
run-on
he hasn't
sentence.
signed the 4 years? It could be 1 year, I guess, is what he's saying.
No, he's saying. God, okay, hold on.
He said it was 4 years. He just said the numbers and the guaranteed weren't right. Isn't that what he said?
He said the
He
money.
said this-
Actually, he said the
he's-
whole thing. There
yeah.
was nothing signed yet.
There was nothing
Oh.
signed. It didn't specify which part was wrong or anything.
Long story
Um,
short,
I
I'm
think
glad
this
he's back
person is just
anyway.
saying that why are we happy Rodgers is coming back next year?
Because
It's a mystery. It's a
Oh, so
mystery.
he's kind of saying that Aaron Rodgers might end up saying, like, asking for a trade. Is that his point? 'Cause he
No,
hasn't
I
signed
No,
yet.
no,
He
no,
should,
no,
he- I
no,
think
he
he's
hasn't
kind of
signed.
trolling a little bit. And he's asking why we're happy Rodgers is coming back because
they're only one season.
I think he's just trolling a little bit.
I
I'm
think
not
But,
really
I mean,
sure.
even if Aaron Rodgers said, "Listen, I'm just signing for 1 more year," same as last year. I'm going to play it
Same.
back. I'm going to run it back, do it 1 more year with Devontae Adams, and then next year we'll see what happens. I think you Packer fans would still be celebrating. Fine, great. We'll take this year and then we'll play.
I don't
on.
think
So it's
that's
a
what's
win-win.
actually going to happen though.
No, I agree, but I'm saying if that was the worst case, fine, right?
So here's the thing, though.
Yeah, that's true too, Brian.
Pat McAfee did say Rodgers was about the 4 years thing, not the money part, though. So Rodgers then came out and said he hasn't signed anything, so nothing's true. But when Pat McAfee says the 4 years part was true, I truly believe that Rodgers somehow maybe he even
Of
directly
course.
talked to Pat, like, hey, the 4 years, yeah.
They do.
This
That's what I
$200 million
thought.
thing?
Well,
I
I heard
thought
that,
Aaron came out and said 4 years is true, but the money's not true.
I missed that part.
and I
I
think
could
there's
be
a
wrong.
thing too where he can retire whenever he wants to.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's going to be an out somewhere for either side.
Like, look,
So it'll depend on stipulations in the contract and stuff.
well, like you guys just said,
But then they
he
got to
came
throw
out
a
and
little
said,
drama
well,
clause in
I'm
there
going
too.
to come back this year.
Yeah,
Then
Yeah,
we'll
the
no
drama
drama.
clause.
Yeah.
But that's a weird thing to say. A player can retire. I mean, I've never seen an NFL contract that says the player will not retire before the end of the contract. Like, you can
No.
retire whenever you want.
No.
Let me get the tweet.
Yeah, I
He
always
did
thought
say about the years. He did say that.
Yeah, I don't remember that, but yeah, we'll see. Honestly, I think probably it might take a week or so for them to actually nail down this contract and get a signed for both sides.
That's okay, Simon. Training camp doesn't start till August.
Yeah, I mean, there's time, and I'm not worried about it. I think.
All right, gentlemen,
I think
I've
it'll
got
be
to-
I think it'll be done before free agency
Oh,
starts.
for sure. I was making a joke. I've got to run. Thank you for having me on the Frozen Tundra Network. I hopefully you have me back.
Yeah, thanks,
buddy.
Tom.
Have a good one.
Appreciate you. Oh man.
Fuck your life.
Yeah, well, that's that's the first time I've seen that guy in a while.
Yeah.
On
I
like
seen
a
him on
video
the
chat.
Lions show the other day.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, I missed that. That's not
Hey.
bad though.
I got one more question for you guys, and I'm gonna jet too. But I want to hear what you guys think because I don't think it's worth it. What do you think the Panthers asking price for CMC?
Jesus.
No.
They want a first rounder and a young
But why would we do that?
in return. I think they're fucking high.
Oh, you're saying the Panthers?
Yeah, for
Oh.
their asking price for CMC,
Yeah.
I saw that they will trade him for a first round pick and a low cap player. So I'm
Yeah,
guessing
there's
young player.
there's just no shot of that, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's
I
not
think
healthy.
CMC's
never
mileage and health has been a concern over the last couple of years.
So,
Yeah.
so Bryant, you're right. It didn't mention the years. I
Okay,
thought it
that's
did,
what I
but
thought.
this is what the tweet was right here. So it just seems as though that nothing's on the table yet. It's all up for speculation at this point.
No, yeah, no, Brian, I misunderstood. That's my fault. He was asking what the Panthers. Yeah, okay, you got it. Never mind. Yeah, that's way too much for his mileage and stuff.
To be honest with you, I don't think any running back's worth that.
No, yeah, I think at
Especially
this
when-
point,
How many
Like,
times are you
who's-
going to get hurt and then ask for
Yeah.
money? Like that's crazy to
Yeah.
me.
yeah,
The The only running back I maybe would think about doing a first round pick for is Derrick Henry.
I wouldn't. Maybe I would. But okay. But look, here's
Yeah.
the thing: we have such a capable running stable right now. There's no way I'm giving up. I'd rather have Dillon and Jones than just have Henry. That's just.
Yep. I mean, that's just the way the NFL is moving nowadays, anyways. So.
I don't
Yeah,
think.
yeah. Well, that was a mistake. Oh my god, I talked so much crap about the Colts when they traded their first round for Trent Richardson. Oh god. I mean, hey, what's up?
Hey, so Tyler Wilkins. I don't know if you were here for this either, John Dorn. I think actually maybe you were. So Jamez, who just joined us, bet me $100 that the Vikings will be better than the Bills this year, and he bet me another $100 that the Vikings will beat the Bills this year. $200, right, Jamez?
That's the best joke
Am I
ever
on
done.
yet? I was waiting for you to let the star from backstage. God damn it, dude! You know you lost that right now. You might get lucky. I'm gonna tell you where you might get lucky at because we're about to whoop the Bills.
You back? Hey, you're
that's
backing
not
down
a
from
clue.
this?
Oh, I can't wait for that day, Nick. That's gonna be such a great day for me because I've been saying it for how long, Nick? Now, Nick, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's Stephon Diggs, Trayvon Diggs. Oh, there's something to him, bro.
Hey,
Oh,
let's go to Giants here. Fucking defensive
Hey, he
line.
had a lot of interceptions, right? He by far gave up the most. That motherfucker gave up more yards than Rashad Breeland and Kevin King combined, dude. Stop it. He's not
That's
great.
actually probably true.
Dude, if every corner, if Jair or every other corner, if they sold out for interceptions like that and got burnt like that, bro, they'd all have seasons like that. The point of the matter is, I don't know if y'all watched the game with I think it was with New England before they made the trade when the Bills played the Patriots. Dude, Stephon Gilmore did real bad things to Diggs, dude. I'm talking about it was classic Minnesota. Took him out the game, had him out there crying, tantrums. That's what Patrick Peterson or somebody's going to do to him. It's probably going to be this stud. It's probably going to be Ahmad Gardner who's shutting his ass down.
Bro, dude, they
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
have any Gilmore though.
Dude, Patrick Peterson, you don't think Patrick Peterson will shut his ass down?
No.
Patrick Peterson's over the hill, man.
And if had the hitman over the top, as soon as he tried to slant across the middle, hitman gonna fuck him up, man. Kendrick,
Let me answer this for you. Let me answer this for you real quick, right here. Let me answer this for you.
Hitman's past his prime.
You guys are crazy.
Here's your answer right here.
I'm listening.
Patrick Peterson is about as good. He's probably a rich man's Breeland right now.
He didn't do better than you expected last year, Nick. Stop it, bro.
No.
You cursed Breeland, by the way. He was gonna have a good season until you got to saying all that crazy shit.
Oh, God,
No, hey Nick,
whatever.
they think I be trolling, bro. I seriously believe that. I think he was on his way to having a nice season until
He said that like 100 times too. He goes, Nick, I'm not joking. He'll actually personally message me this shit where he goes,
Bro, you're the only person that said it.
You literally made Breeland bad. And I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, yeah, you shouldn't have said all that shit about
Nick,
him. I'm like,
you're the only person. You're the only person that bad. For some reason, I think you guessed, but for some reason you called it, bro. You said he was shitty, and I said there's no way he's that bad. You know he wasn't, bro. You made it like that.
What I said was he might be the worst. What I said was he is the worst starting cornerback in the NFL. Oh, that's literally what I said was Breeland, before the season started, I said, is the worst starting cornerback in the NFL. And I'm pretty sure he actually was.
Yeah. Next to King.
But King wasn't a starting cornerback.
Yeah.
I mean, whoever the Bears had for their number 2 was pretty bad too.
Yeah, he was pretty shit.
Yeah.
Not Johnson, but
yeah, whoever the Bears number 2 was.
I can't even remember his name.
Vasher, no, not Vasher. Vildor or something.
Vildor.
Like
Yeah.
Vildor, yeah.
Kendall Vildor.
There you go.
I couldn't remember.
I remember him. He got
Yeah, that guy's
torn. Man,
trash.
he sucks.
Yeah.
Oh, there he is back.
Yeah, that
Our
Minnesota
entertainment is
fucking
back.
Wi-Fi works for shit, huh?
Gladney.
Yeah.
What's the other boofer you got?
The only thing Gladney's shutting is prison door.
Oh, you're talking about what's his name?
What's that bum you guys
you want me
drafted who
to-
gets
okay, well,
torched
hold on.
every fucking time?
They do.
I gotta look it up. I can't remember his name.
Huh?
Who's that bum you guys drafted that gets torched every game?
Dantzler.
Dantzler.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not that fucking hot either. I can see us taking 2 corners in this draft.
Did I curse Dantzler?
No, you didn't even think he was gonna be that fucking bad. But at the end of the day, he wasn't even that bad. He just got burnt at the wrong fucking times all the time. He'll have a good ass game and then get burnt for 80 fucking yards.
So Jamez, answer me this question. Do you think this is funny? Tyler just said that the only thing that Gladney will be shutting is prison doors.
You said the only thing
that Gladney will be shutting is prison doors.
Shit, probably. Shit, he damn. I know one thing. He ain't gonna be shutting no damn stadium doors no time soon.
Yeah.
Hey, well, you know what's fucked up? Hey, that motherfucker was pretty damn good, bro. He was on the way to have a nice career.
Gladney?
Man, that motherfucker had a nice first year. He was the best. He was one of the damn best corners out the fucking draft that year.
Gladney was like 5'9" or 5'10". 4 corners are not that good in the NFL.
Hey, Jamez, have you ever seen a fat girl put on skinny jeans?
Yeah. You see that shit all the time around here.
Wasn't Dantzler was playing more his rookie year than Gladney was, wasn't he?
Yeah, Dantzler was a starter.
Yeah.
Him and Jalen Johnson came out the same year, bro. He had a way better season than Jalen Johnson.
Gladney?
Yes, they first year. You better remember that shit. Dude, Jalen Johnson was he was like Okuda, bro. Fucking burnt toast his first year.
Eric Stokes is better than both of them.
True.
Yeah, right.
What?
Stokes had a really good rookie.
He's not better than Jalen Johnson, bro.
No. Oh, okay. He's not. I'll tell you. Yeah, he's not. But
I can't give him that.
And Dantzler. That's what I meant. Was Gladney?
No, Stokes is pretty decent. Though. I like that motherfucker pretty fast and everything.
Yeah.
Jalen Johnson is just dope. Let's be honest about it. He's really good.
Yeah, he's good.
Speaking of,
he's pretty fucking good. I thought I was thinking maybe he was gonna be fucked over because he didn't have that good of a first season, but not all of them do. Hold on, fellas.
Speaking of Stokes, I wouldn't mind getting that fucking Georgia D lineman or linebacker or Nakobe.
Any chance he can move around more?
Yeah.
Oh, he's talking about Jamez.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was like, we already moved. I was confused.
All right. Hey, well, yeah, man. No bullshit, man. Hey, I know for a fact, and I'm gonna call a lot of motherfuckers out, and I'm gonna be first to admit it. I was saying it wasn't looking good. I didn't think Rodgers was coming back. All these motherfuckers that's on here talking shit now about his contract. Green Bay is in a good spot with that right now. It might fuck him over in a couple of years, but who really gives a fuck? Because at the end of the day, right now, that gives them they can breathe easy with that. You know, you can spread the little money out right now. You know, you don't have to deal with Jessica Love as quarterback, which had motherfucking Simon Sweat and a lot of other people. The thing about it is, that's a lot. I told you, bro. I knew when fucking Bakhtiari restructured that. That's when I finally knew that he wasn't going no fucking way.
I've never. I said Rodgers was coming back.
Yeah, there's a few people said that he wasn't going nowhere. Hey, I thought he was going after how that shit ended versus the 49ers. I thought that was the straw that broke the fucking camel's back right there.
So what got me?
You know that Kirk Cousins leaving and Jordan Love's coming to the Vikings, right?
Dude, you need to stop it. We have somebody better than him over here. We got a motherfucker that ain't never played a meaningful down yet better than him over here.
Who, Jamez?
Kellen Mond, motherfucker.
Oh my God! Don't start with that shit.
Please, dude, Kellen Mond's not better than him. I mean, Kellen Mond was like that dude.
Zimmer.
It's hard to say, but if I had to I had to guess. Y'all gonna need Blake Bortles back around that motherfucker in a second.
No, we're gonna build around Kurt Baker.
Blake Bortles need to be the backup, not him.
We got Kurt Baker.
Why did Zimmer have nothing good to say about Kellen Mond?
Yeah.
I don't know. Well,
He also had nothing good to say about Cousins.
Hey, bro. Guess what though? He should have proved it. He should have put him in versus Green Bay and proved it.
I agree with that.
Hey, that was the perfect time.
Agreed.
Just like Jordan Love had to go versus Mahomes on the road.
Yeah,
agreed.
What? You can't fucking Love for losing that game, bro. I swear to God. If you put mine in there, you it's a make or break. We're gonna see what you got one way or another.
Yeah, I mean, it's not make or break.
The Packers are gonna come for his ass, just like they did Mannion's dirtball ass.
Let me ask you guys a question real
bro,
quick.
That motherfucker can't go throw the ball more than 15 yards down the field.
Let me ask you guys a question real quick. And I just want to give a viewer discretion when I say this, but this is what's being reported, is that Amari Cooper got in an argument with Dak Prescott. And
oh God.
I looked into this and there was multiple sources on it. So I'm thinking maybe it's possible it's not just garbage. And what Amari Cooper told Dak Prescott that really pissed him off was he called him the Black Kirk Cousins. What do you think of that?
Shit, it's the truth. That's the goddamn truth. And have you ever heard something less true than that, dude? Kirk Cousins. Y'all gonna say I'm a dude. Kirk Cousins is better than him, bro. If you want to talk about overall, dude, he's a little bit more. He's a little bit more electric, bro. He got wheels and shit, but that motherfucker sucks, bro. That motherfucker 75. And then they talk about Rodgers and his dude. That motherfucker's getting 75 million.
I actually think Dak's pretty good. That's just my.
He's
opinion.
all right. No, he had a pretty good year last year, but if he ain't got the balls to tell McCarthy that was a horrible motherfucking idea, I don't know. See, Rodgers wouldn't have took that shit from McCarthy, dude. We're not running that play at the end.
Nah,
I think a lot of quarterbacks in his offense, though, man. He has a lot of fucking weapons and a decent offensive line.
Well,
they didn't restock that offensive line though. It's getting old.
Their offensive line this year actually it wasn't that good.
Yeah, it wasn't.
I mean, they had Zach Martin, they had Smith. I mean, they still have good players.
The guys, Tyron Smith, first of all, was awful this year.
Yeah.
He was he probably just needs to retire. I mean, what is he? He's 33, I think. But
was he hurt? For a while?
They lost Frederick, who was an enormous piece of their offensive line.
Don't they have that Leo Collins too yet?
Collins had a horrible year also. That's what I'm trying to say is the guys that they relied on before when they had the best offensive line for 2-3 years.
Oh, yeah.
They're falling apart, man. They're falling apart. And it doesn't help that Zeke is turning into what was a consistent running back. He's now turning into the least consistent running back. And you could argue that Pollard maybe should get a lot more snaps than he has been, right?
I think it could also be McCarthy's system too, the way that there's the blocking is too on the offensive line playing poor. I mean, I don't know.
It was Frederick, Bryant. Frederick was he's the center and he retired.
Travis Frederick. He's been gone for a while.
He had a disease. It hasn't been a while. I think it's been a year now, maybe 2, but
2 or 3 years, I bet.
He had that weird disease and he came back from it and he played for a while and then he had to but Tyron Smith, I know Tyron Smith and Leo Collins, they were bad this last year. They weren't good.
Well,
now look, none of us said, look, we are freaking out. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry, Tyler. Give me just 1 second. I'll get it right back to you. Just give me 1 second. We are freaking out, bro. We're trying to say come on, man. You can't say Kirk. In my opinion, I'll take Dak Prescott over Kirk Cousins every fucking day.
I would too.
I'm not mad at you for saying that, Nick.
I would.
I'll take Trubisky over fucking Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, right, bro.
Tyler, go ahead. What were you going to say?
I was just going to say their offensive line can't be that good. I mean, I had he didn't put up too many good games.
Yeah, they weren't good. They weren't good. No, he didn't have AIDS. What was it?
Said AIDS? This motherfucker said AIDS?
There's something wrong with his, like, I think neck/back.
Why do you guys call him Dax? Stop calling it. It's not Dax. Dax Stafford over Wilson. Cause man, bro, you got to stop with. Hey, Jamez. Jamez.
What up?
Who would you rather have at quarterback, Russell Wilson or Matt Stafford? Who's better?
Man, that's kind of hard, right? I don't the same. Don't matter whose team it is, right?
Doesn't
no matter
what
where.
team it is.
I'd probably still take Russell Wilson.
There you go. Good choice.
It's not by far, but I definitely think Wilson's a bigger playmaker. He could lead an offense better.
I was going to make
it
all
around just better. He's just a better quarterback.
Yeah, he's more mobile. He's more everything.
So Travis Frederick retired with I'm gonna mess this up. Guillain-Barré syndrome, which is an autoimmune disease that affects the nervous system.
Yeah. I remember when he stopped playing the first time, it's because he couldn't control like part of his lower body or something like that.
Yeah.
And then he got back on that. He came back. He actually played pretty good.
Yeah. That sucks. He was good too.
He was
one of the best centers in the league.
And he's young. What is he now? 30?
Yeah,
I think he's only like he's 30. Like he was good.
Wow.
I'm telling you, Tyron Smith is only like 33, but he's fallen off a cliff. Lael Collins isn't that old either, and he's completely fallen off a cliff. That team has a lot. They have a lot of guys. They have a lot of work to do.
Yeah. Collins is only 28.
Yeah.
Wild.
Seems like he had that freaking he had that murder charge too, didn't he? Collins, that was the guy that had that murder charge or investigation in college.
He had something. I can't remember if it was murder.
Yeah, LSU.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't remember. It was a long time ago.
Yeah. But anyways, I mean, with the whole Wilson thing, dude, he looked like shit last year. I don't know if it was his finger or what, or if it's offensive line. But
that offensive line is horrible, bro.
If he looks like that next year, Seattle won that trade by a long shot.
And John Dorn even thought they were going to tear our ass up. He didn't know that defense was that fucking horrible.
But in my opinion, he's actually going to a better and more well-prepared football team than Seattle right now.
Oh, that's a fact.
Denver's defense is actually pretty good.
Just off the defense and offensive talent alone, bro. He got some weapons out there.
I agree. Now, what does suck is they did have to get rid of Noah Fant. I like Noah Fant a lot.
They kept Judy though, right?
They have Judy Sutton and Tim Patrick. They have a wide receiver.
Oh yeah, they're probably in the playoffs for sure.
You're saying that he's going to a more prepared team. I mean, I wouldn't agree with that. Hackett's he was a coach at one time already, and got canned. But how do you think he's going to do in Denver? He has a pretty decent team.
I think he's got a very good team. Dude, I think that the Broncos were a really good team that had shitty quarterbacks. That's how I feel.
Let me rephrase this. How do you think he's going to be as a coach?
There's going to be growing pains. You're good. But with Russell Wilson, here's the thing. With Russell Wilson at quarterback, Hackett doesn't have to be amazing. He just has to coach them through. He basically has to game manage. He doesn't have to be amazing as a coach. And by the way, you guys didn't even mention Denver's best wide receiver, in my opinion. They got Cortland Sutton still.
I said that.
We said that.
You said Patrick and Judy.
No, I said Sutton.
I didn't hear you then. You go.
And I think Wilson actually fits the system a lot better too. I mean, he's a lot more mobile. I mean,
So I know they got rid of Noah Fant, but they drafted someone a couple years ago. That's not bad. I can't say his name right. Albert Aquagbenim. I fucked that all up. But he's all right. He came out of Missouri a couple years ago. So
who's to say they don't draft a tight end this year?
And that too, yeah.
If you want my honest opinion, Aaron Jones didn't give enough money back. I'm serious, bro. You guys see it now. I told you, keep Dillon and Jamal Williams would have took fucking 2-3 million. You get rid of that fucking Jones, send Jones to Detroit. Look what you had. You probably would have had money been down fucking 18 million right now.
You can't.
His
You can't
cap hit's not even
justify-
that bad though.
You can't just
Hey, that cap hit's only 5.8 million.
Huh?
His
He
cap
gave back
hit's
about
only
3 million, though.
5.8 million.
He gave back like 3 million.
And what did
Yeah.
Cook do for
It
you
was like
guys?
3.5 million.
You guys were below 500 2 years in a row.
Well, I know one thing. Even when we were finished 500, motherfucking Cook never motherfucking fumbled the game away and then sat his ass down watching the team.
That's
And
he's always
because
on the fucking sidelines. He's always
Dude.
fucking hurt.
that's why he didn't deserve the money
He's fucking
because
made of glass.
he was not hurt, John Dorn. It was fucking pay. He knew it was fucking payday next year. He didn't want to risk it, bro.
He can't catch for shit unless he's fucking like 5 yards away.
Bro, he quit on the Packers, bro. He did. And
In
I
the
wish
AFC
we could
He's
give.
a hell of a
Hey,
better hands than fucking Cook has.
In the NFC
Better
Championship
route
game, I
he might
believe
have better
Jones
hands,
quit
but
on
he's
him.
not nowhere near a better running back. So what are you talking about?
Wait,
Dude, Cook had a fucking down year and missed how many games? Motherfucker still had 1,100 fucking yards? Bro, that's a down year for him.
If I'm being honest, I think that Jones in the NFC Championship game was just being a. I don't want to call him bitch because that's not cool, but
Nick, look at that hit, Nick.
he's just being a big crybaby that game, I feel like. But now, look, I don't play in the NFL. It's not justified of me to say that because I don't know what he's going through. For all I know, he really got the wind knocked out of him, and that shit hurts. But
It hurts, but you're back in 2-3 plays later.
I just
Nick, we all play football, bro. Ain't no way, bro. I'm looking at him on the sidelines when they showed the camera. It was his contract year next year, bro. That weak ass tackle, that weak ass pop, I'm pretty sure it hurt a little bit, bro. He was supposed to get his ass back out there.
I agree. No, he
Miles
didn't break
Aaron
no
Rodgers,
rib.
I was the type of way about that.
He didn't break no rib that game. He just got the wind knocked out of him. From
No,
what
he
I
ain't break no
remember.
goddamn rib, dude. His shit wasn't even fractured, bro. It was a nice pop, bro. It was no, dude. I seen Dalvin Cook get hit like 10 times harder and get his ass right up, bro.
If I'm being honest,
even as injury prone as he is.
the way that I saw it, I feel like if he didn't fumble that ball away, he probably would have played again that game. That's just how I
Dude,
feel.
if he didn't fumble that ball away, the Packers probably win that fucking game.
And if Kevin King doesn't give up that,
There's a lot of, we're not going to revisit.
No,
this
Kevin
game
King
again.
cancels himself out, bro. We already expect that of him.
Yeah, we're not gonna revisit this game again. We've talked about this game like 11 times.
Everyone hates on King for that play too, but what about Will Redmond dropping that fucking pick?
Yeah.
They play before that.
Hey, John Dorn, I told you that this motherfucking Smith sisters were about to get their ass sent out of town. You never listen to me.
Hey, Preston's not
bring him
leaving
back.
town.
Preston. Yeah,
Preston's not leaving town. Serious
bring him
Smith,
back.
who
I
gives a
told you,
fuck?
bro.
Our team
Hey,
Packers are getting
guys,
smart too. That's why I fucking hate
Hey,
Rodgers,
man.
bro.
Later,
Rodgers is a fucking asshole, bro. I was hoping he'd get the fuck out of here.
So real quick, guys.
Rodgers makes it hard around here.
Since Russell Wilson now plays for the Broncos, is it fair to say that the Broncos have the best backup quarterback in the league?
Who's their backup? Teddy Bridgewater?
Yeah.
Oh.
As backups, yeah, I guess, yeah. That motherfucker Huntley from Baltimore is probably better than him.
He's better. Yeah, I agree.
He brings man. Here's the problem: is like Teddy Bridgewater.
We got to see a little bit. We got to see a little more, yeah.
He's played a lot more, but Huntley is like that new flash in the pan, like flavor of the month type of quarterback right now. Oh man, that's a tough one. You know what? I'll take Huntley. I'll be with you on that one. I'll take Huntley.
I think Huntley too.
Yeah, that's just the first one that came out the top of my head. That motherfucker played it. I was talking shit. That motherfucker, he had the Baltimore a way better chance than Lamar would have had him.
So you think Thielen's gone?
No, bro. Thielen's not dope. That's one guy you don't have to worry about being, bro. He's gonna take a pay cut every time, bro. He doesn't care. He wants to retire a Viking, bro. That's the hometown hero, bro.
Yeah, you might want a ring.
What about Brissett?
I don't think Brissett's better than
Merced?
Bridgewater. That's me.
Yeah.
Well, maybe. I don't know. That's
He's still on the rookie
I
deal.
really don't like Teddy Bridgewater.
I never did. I never did.
okay. What about wherever?
I never
what
hated
about-
him or nothing. I never thought he was anything special.
What about Mariota?
I like Mariota a lot.
I
really
take
do.
Mariota over. I take Mariota over him all day.
I would too.
I like
I
Okay.
was trying to think
What
of,
about
like,
if
guys.
Trubisky ends up being a backup again? Trubisky might be the best.
Nah.
He might be solid.
I ain't going that far, but I'm telling you what,
Bro,
right
Trubisky looked good.
now, bro. I don't know. He shit on the Bears. He did shit on the Bears though.
He's bad.
Bro, I'm talking about. I don't want to hear shit. 'Cause they had starters out there, bro. I'm talking about. He annihilated their ass, bro. You can tell he was thinking about. He had that on his calendar for 2 weeks
If
straight.
we're being honest, Trubisky actually had a decent amount of games where he looked really good for the Bears.
Hey Nick, why you think I wanted? Oh, go ahead, bro. Sorry.
I was just gonna say you can't deny that there was definitely a handful of games you can grab from Trubisky on the Bears that looked really, really good. Now I understand there was a lot of games that did not look
coach
good.
him up that good either.
He couldn't get out of his own head after Nagy ruined him, bro. You see, he had to turn the TVs off. But I tell you the one thing about that motherfucker. That's why I wanted Brian Daboll as our coach, bro. You see how he let him feast on him? He let him go to he didn't show him no more. He let Trubisky tear their ass up, bro, and get that shit out, bro. That's the type of coach he prepped him up for that game and he let him do his thing. I think they must have played the whole game.
I think the best name I've heard so far for backups is Mariota. I think I'm taking Mariota out of all these guys.
Yeah.
Mariota, when he's not hurt, actually does real good work. He really does.
Yeah.
Kirk Cousins should be a backup.
Well, yeah. Kirk Cousins.
He should be a backup somewhere.
Kirk Cousins, he's gonna be all right. He's gonna give us a couple million back. He's gonna show. He's gonna be on.
He
doesn't have. He's not under the fucking Zimmer's fucking dark cloud anymore. He's not under Zimmer's dark cloud.
Money.
He doesn't have a motherfucking coach that's gonna let a motherfucker win with 1 minute left after we had the game won already.
So Thomas, answer me this. We all know that Mitch got a raw deal with the Bears. He really did. That was bullshit what happened to him, right?
Yeah.
Do you feel like Fields is also getting a bad deal with the Bears? Because
not as bad though. They really fucked him over when Foles got to town, bro. They really fucked him over.
No, I'm saying Fields.
I know, but I'm saying when Trubisky was there, they kept snatching them in and out, and they were throwing Foles in.
Okay, I see what
he'll
you're saying.
come in and then that's what fucked them up, bro.
But Fields is just in a bad situation. That's I'm pretty damn sure Fields could be a really good I have no doubt about it. I see the talent in the kid.
He has the mechanics, bro.
I see it, but
I don't know.
Go ahead, John. Go ahead.
Gotta read the defense better.
He's got a good arm. But he has no pocket awareness. He drops back way too. I mean, he drops back 20 yards. Like, what the hell are you doing? He doesn't know when to get rid of the ball. He has way too many mechanics issues that's fucking wrong.
Yeah,
I think you're absolutely right when you say that look, how many times you watch Fields run backwards 10 yards and still hold the ball? You're like, what are you doing? And his pocket awareness, he doesn't know how to shift his offensive line. He just doesn't know how to do it properly.
But that's the good thing about that, Nick. The things he has problems with are things you easily can get better with time.
True. Those are things that can definitely get better with time. Absolutely. Now,
right system.
That's why I say Fields, in my opinion, I see the talent, man. The kid is talented. But, bro, look what the Bears did to him. You're going to ruin his career. You're going to ruin his fucking career.
Yeah.
Well, 1 year might not. I mean, we'll see what Betsy.
No, he can have a bounce back.
This year doesn't look any better than last year. Let me tell you.
When you hear 7 fucking touchdowns and 10 interceptions, you think God damn, this dude got to be fucking ass. But his team's not just, bro. Their team as an offense were the last in the league, bro, on offense. Literally, no one behind them. So that lets me know that there's a lot of people that's not, you know what I'm saying, running for his fucking life.
He's telling you to put your mic down or something. It's hard to hear you, but we can hear you still. Let's put it this way, guys. Justin Fields was worse than Davis Mills in everything. Like absolutely everything. And guess what? Justin Fields played more football games than Davis Mills did. That's not good. Because let's be honest, as much as I like to watch Davis Mills, I think he's interesting. He's never going to be a great quarterback ever.
No.
Jamez didn't like that we said that Kirk Cousins sucked. No,
Yeah.
he's still in here. He said it says his device isn't connected or something like that.
No, that's that fucking Minnesota Wi-Fi.
Can the new crew teach Fields to be better? It doesn't matter if your new coaching crew can teach him to be better when your offensive line doesn't help, when you have no receivers. Mooney, I actually like Darnell Mooney. I actually think he's not bad at all. But you're losing Allen Robinson. Your tight ends are not good. Let's be honest. Kmet, as much as he tries, it's not working out, is it?
I think he improved a little bit from his rookie year. This was only his second year too.
In my opinion, he's not doing well so far, though.
I wouldn't put him as great, but I think there's still room for improvement.
Shit.
Yeah, no, I hear what you're saying, Simon. I'm just saying, so far, I'm not seeing it, man. Kmet was supposed to come in and do something good for them. I don't see it yet. I do think, Joan, that's what I'm saying. I do think that Fields has talent. I see the talent. I'm telling you, though, this Bears team, they're doing to Fields what they did to Mitch Trubisky. It's just not good. It's not good.
They gotta get that offense. That's the kind of offense. No matter how good you is, you're gonna look like shit.
Go ahead, Dorn.
I don't know, man. I just listen first. I see he plays good, but otherwise, I don't know. He takes off running more than anything. His first read's not there. He's running. He looks down his fucking. Sure, it's all correctable, but I just there's so much shit you got to correct on him.
But that's why I feel like he holds the ball and loses 5, 7, 10 yards on sacks.
He's looking for his number one receiver that is not open. He panics.
And you know what? You know what's unfortunate? Look, you guys can disagree if you want.
Yeah, he panicked like a motherfucker.
What you just explained reminds me a lot of Colin Kaepernick. If his first read isn't there, he doesn't know what to do most of the time after that first read, right?
Yeah.
Colin Kaepernick had that same problem where if his first read wasn't there and he couldn't find a second read right away, he just basically panicked.
Yeah. Now just run the ball. Try to run it. And then he gets sacked and he takes 20-yard loss.
Not even just that, bro. You got to think. Remember how Cleveland did him? Cleveland tore his little ass up.
Yeah.
Oh, what was it? 9 sacks? That was bad.
Miles Garrett had 4 his damn self.
But this is what I'm talking about.
But he got up though. He got up.
Okay, but Fields needs to learn. Look, even Kirk Cousins knows how to do this. You move your offensive line so that you have protection where you're going to move your feet and the ball, right? That's a basic.
Remember that preseason game he got drilled? But was it the Bills that drilled him? They blitzed him, and he got hammered.
I'm pretty sure every fucking player on the Browns drilled him that day.
I thought we should have got Russell Wilson, to be honest. Who was it that shit? Is Joan, the Packers fan?
No, I did hear about fan. I think it's a Bear fan.
Oh, she's a Bear fan? Oh, yeah.
No.
Nah.
Jones said, wait a minute.
I thought we should have got Russell Wilson.
Jones said that she's a Packers fan.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I thought so.
Then she said Bobby Wagner over Devondre Campbell, which is funny because Campbell was immensely better than Wagner this year. So I don't know where that comes from.
Bobby Wagner, dude, does that motherfucker still play?
Exactly. I think we should have got Russell Wilson, to be honest. Well,
how?
We did. I don't know. I don't know.
I did hear about the talk. They said Devontae Adams and Rodgers for Met. They said Devontae Adams and Rodgers for Metcalf and Wilson straight up. But
hell no, I wouldn't do that. Are you crazy?
Yeah, I would have took that. I would have took that.
Wilson looked like crap last year.
No.
Who's better, Aaron Rodgers or Russell Wilson? Aaron Rodgers, right? Who's better, Devontae Adams or DK Metcalf? Devontae Adams, right? What are you talking about? Why would you ever do that straight up? That's horrible.
No. All right, gentlemen, it's been 2.5 hours now.
Yeah, I gotta get playing too.
But I mean, if anyone's still watching, goddamn, help you.
Wait, real quick.
Also,
before you guys leave, real quick.
I mean, it's not inaccurate. But if he fits well in our defense and it's working, why would you not try to bring him back?
But not only that, here's the problem with this comment. Wagner is on the tail end, like the complete tail end of his. I like. It's just
That's the no-brainer. Campbell, fucking, you bring him back, and Wagner's he's overdue. He's done.
It's fine. I mean,
He said Campbell had one good year. That wasn't his first damn good year.
He's actually had pretty decent years on the Cardinals.
You just get put in this when you play with Aaron Rodgers. When you look good, you get in the spotlight, bro. Spotlight.
He didn't have the playing time when he was there in the Cardinals. He didn't have the playing.
You play for the Packers and you're good on defense, bro. You're gonna stand out.
I mean, he also was first team All Pro too.
Yeah, he was decent with the Cardinals.
Yeah, he was decent with the Cardinals.
I think that was just a money dispute.
Yeah.
Man, we got a good deal on him, man.
Yeah.
Good rental.
Somehow there's still 10 people watching. Just in case you were wondering.
Who was all on here earlier? Some Homer motherfuckers.
Hey, what's up, Tom?
You can call them homers all you want, but we had some legit analysts on here tonight, okay?
Oh, really? Really?
Earlier we had like 110 viewers at once, so
holy shit.
Yeah. We're gonna have more than that after the Vikings tear the motherfucking Bills up next year.
Oh, brother.
And know what's so good about it for me, Nick? I get to kill two birds with one stone. This Josh Allen versus Cousins, and I get to prove it to everyone what I've been saying about Diggs, and I'm not just this player hater. Why the fuck do I gotta hate on this motherfucker when I got a younger guy that's better and cheaper?
Yeah, Mike, go ahead. Message the page.
Jamez, I'm going to put a hex on the Vikings to lose to the Bills and not be as good as the Bills, just like what I did to Breland.
No, that shit ain't gonna keep working. That shit ain't gonna keep working. Just like Josh Allen ain't gonna be able to keep faking this shit he's been doing. Stephon Diggs, bro, I know him, bro. He's an elite wide receiver, bro. But all it takes is for his ass to get either two things. If he's going against an elite corner and they put the clamps on him, it's over with. Let them get him out of his rhythm, knock him down a couple times, or turnover or some shit, or let him see his other teammate eating and he's not getting shit, bro. It's working out for him because he's the main target. Let him, bro. That's why he had to get up out of here, bro. He was jealous because Thielen was around this bitch breaking records and going 8 games for 100 and shit, bro. He knew Thielen was better than him, bro. Even though a lot of people don't agree with that, I feel he is.
Bills are gonna fucking light your fucking defense up like.
Man, you're crazy. And I'm glad. And it's in Buffalo.
Definitely, they're gonna fucking light your fucking.
You're crazy, bro. That's what's gonna make it better, bro. And I don't know when it's gonna be. Obviously, they ain't, that Vikings team is about to be ready.
I'm throwing the white towel in. Everybody, thank you for coming on. Everybody that watched, everybody that commented, thank you. I'm gonna end the live. We can still. I was hoping that Jamez would want to keep going, but we're gonna end this show. Thank you so much for watching the Frozen Tundra Network. We will be on Friday night again. We're going to be on Friday night again. Today was Aaron Rodgers Day, so that's why we went live today. We will be back Friday night, and we're actually going to bring 2 other Packers fans from another talk show to come collaborate with us. That should be interesting. Everybody, please tune in. Go Pack, go, baby.
Have a good one, guys.
Yeah, go Pack, go. Have a good night.
Go Pack, go.
Later, y'all.
Later.